All right. We are recording, and I have verified that I can now hear you guys.
Awesome. Good to hear.
Chris doesn't like me right now. What it is, I keep making these inhuman squeals, and it's not picking any of it up.
Well, apologies for the lateness, but I can't say I regret it because I was catching up with Mimum.
Minimum.
It's good that you said that after the recording, so we can
Yes.
all remember that you were in fact late to this session.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of catching up with moms, my mom sent me a funny picture today where it said at the top, like summer's here, it's gonna get hot, stay hydrated, and just below it you see this image of like I guess a 6-year-old drinking from one of those Sienna sausage cans. I used to do that a lot as a kid. She thought I was weird. I loved it though.
Vienna sausages make the best drink.
Stay hydrated. Drink your
Gotta get the
Sienna
meat.
sausage
The meat. Gotta get the meat juice.
Me drinking
Yeah.
my hot dog water.
Okay. I don't think anything significant has happened to the point that I need to do a recap for you guys.
We defeated the spirit boss.
Well, yeah, it would be
Or the
helpful
boss.
to have a recap for the recording since the recording got deleted.
Oh,
we-
okay.
Because I'm not gonna publish if I'm the only one that's
Okay,
audible.
wait. Where's the
So I know how to do this. So Vigo and Mako both beat up a family of Centrets,
That's right.
and they caught one and threw it at Elaine because they're like, "This is useless. You take it."
This card is useless.
And then Elaine and Amber had their own little mini journey where they ran into a Paris at first, and then a Parasect and an old tree. And then the boys had to come and help because the Parasect it was level 17 and crazy strong. I know that we had plans to one see if Elaine could figure out these mushrooms because she did pick up some mushrooms, some tiny mushrooms, and if I roll a 20 on my survival, I can figure out what stat they affect. And also, there's like some bushes around here that I think Elaine and Amber both wanted to collect from, and some trees. Oh yeah,
That's
that's
good enough.
right. And then there was the random Vigo moment where he like killed a sparrow because he can.
No, I didn't
Threw
do
a
that. That was
Pokeball and he
Mako.
critted it right in its temple and
That
it
was
died.
not me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no,
Mako.
that was me.
That was Mako.
Mako
My,
threw a
fastball.
curveball.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just
One shot us.
destroyed that Spearow. That Spearow's dead now.
It has no brain cells now.
It hit the ground and brain matter just went all over the place.
Amber ended up keeping the Parasect and gave Elaine the Paris.
Bug Go Burr.
Yeah. Lots of bug Pokemon.
We're
Which
trying
I'm
to
not seeing
live.
the Parasect in your Pokemon list, which is supposed to be public.
Okay, well I can see it. So
I know you can see it.
So that
Austin said he was going to make it public so everybody can see what they have.
Yeah, I think it should be, unless I made a mistake.
Oh,
Can't
what have
see
I
it.
done?
What can't you see? Sorry,
The Parasect under Amber's Pokemon
Spectacle.
list.
you cannot see Spectacle.
No.
Oh, that's okay.
No, it's not.
Oh.
There you go.
Thanks.
Wait, it's Squircle.
All right. So, having recently conquered your latest demon, the Parasect now resting in its Pokeball. It menacingly twitches every so often. You definitely get the impression this Parasect doesn't particularly like you. It's a very powerful asset, but perhaps you're not quite that good of a trainer as to command such a beast yet. So, I was looking at the optional rules,
Yes.
and the way we're going to rule it is, with the exception of a few Pokemon, like your starter, you are not going to be able to command Pokemon that are double your trainer that are above double your trainer level. So if you're trainer level 5, you can command Pokemon up to level 10. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Wait, so I can only command Pokemon up to level 2?
Oh, I thought you guys started at 5. So
No, we start at
we'll
1.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll climb the ranks. You'll be climbing the ranks real quick. So, for now, I'll say
Pokemon
your
defect.
your starters are great. But we'll be ranking up as trainers very quickly.
Could we say
I
that
can't
like
even
the
command my
first
Weedle.
like 5 or 10 levels maybe we can command rather than
Yeah, we could have like a minimum threshold of
Sure.
say 15.
We'll say
It's-
through level
It's
10 right now.
it's a caterpillar, but
It's a
it is
caterpillar.
defiant.
It's a
let
real
me tell
hates
you.
you.
It will
Caterpillar.
not. I am like 50 times its size, but
Sure.
boy, it is a feisty little demon.
Sure. I think it had mentioned minimums, but I didn't see that. So we will say 10. And we'll call that for now, and then you guys will be shooting up the ranks fast enough.
Oh, well, bummer. That means I can't use my command stat to try and actually
Mhm.
command the parasite.
So that is to say, anything higher than that, still you could potentially command, but you have to make the checks.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you couldn't
right.
even make the
And
checks. And I was making the
If
stat
you
irrelevant.
fail the checks, bad things could happen.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like your death.
Mhm.
It might go off and do its own thing, or potentially harm something or something you don't want harmed. Rebellious Pokemon are like that. So just keep that in mind. It's a potentially double-edged sword.
Sure. Could I know what the check is?
Yeah. So the command DC is. Let me find it. I believe it's equal to the level difference higher than what you're able to command currently. So if you can command up to 10, and this Parasect is
Okay,
like
got
level
it.
17, the DC would be 7.
Okay, got it. That's all I needed to know.
I
Appreciate
think that's
that.
right. I'll double check myself later. But yeah, okay. So with that out of the way, you've got yourself a Parasect. There's a bit more left to Route 3, so just keep in mind this is sort of a. I'm not going to make like 4 or 5 maps for a single route. I'm gonna probably condense it down to 1 or 2 maps.
Oh, cool.
Even though this is like several days worth of a journey, Pokemon will always be popping out of the crevices everywhere you go. And I might make some kind of random Pokemon generator for that. Like, oh, you off screen, off the map, you encounter this Pokemon. We'll make a series of rolls and see how that goes. I'll think about integrating that later. But for now, this is Route 3. So, what will you guys do next? I'll leave the floor to you. Keep it nice and vibing. What are we doing?
keep it nice and violent. We have to find more
That's
things to kill, obviously.
That's right.
I would like to investigate more of the forest and see if there's more berries and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'd also like to roll that survival check to see if I can't check what the mushrooms are supposed to change.
What the mushrooms are supposed to change. Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah. So how many mushrooms do you have?
2.
Okay. There's 2 different patches there. So I want you to go ahead and roll me those 2 survival checks real quick.
Okay.
And I will go find the book of many things.
Based on, because I sent you a picture, it says mushrooms may be identified with a DC 20 survival check. If identified, you may roll to see which stats that mushroom affects ahead of time.
That's right.
And it says the user loses 5 HP and gains 1 combat stage and a random stat.
Yep.
Alright, so I will roll the survival. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Alright, so I don't know
Nice.
either.
Mystery mushrooms. That is quite
Yeah.
accurate to real life. They are an enigma.
You need to
Cool.
take a sample of it to a lab, obviously, to determine which species it is. Is it delicious, or will it make you have diarrhea for 3 months? Who knows?
And the thing that I would like to do is check out these trees up here. Since they're obviously different colors. And they mean something.
Okay. The pathway forward is blocked by dense foliage.
Oh. So it looks like I will need to cut this bush.
That would be correct. This would be the thin place to do it, unless you have some other means of making your way through.
What if I dig up the bush with my shovel?
That's a thought.
What if I have a move that has cut in the name, but just a couple extra letters attached on either side,
Cutter.
like Fury Cutter, for instance?
Uh-huh.
Like you
Yeah,
said,
so I'm
furry
not.
cutter.
To me, cut has always been a weird HM. I don't particularly find that it's like you have so many other options. Like, yes, my Pokemon has the ability to breathe fire. Yet I cannot do anything to this mere shrubbery. So
Invisible.
I'm generally open to the idea of creative solutions, as long as it makes sense.
Can I send my Paris to go and eat that shrubbery?
Can you send
Can
it
you
to eat the
command the
shrubbery?
Paris?
Yeah,
Well,
can
it
you?
is a loyalty too.
Yeah. So as long as it's below level 10, you're good.
Yeah, it's level
I was
7 right now.
messing.
Great.
Do you
Yeah,
think-
it can go eat it. It could take a while. It's a big shrub. It's the size of you.
Oh, that
I
is a big
mean,
shrub.
if we're willing to suffer the side effects, I'll try and command the Parasect.
No, it might like
I wanna
poison
see it.
powder us or something.
I've got decent command here, okay?
Terrifying child.
I roll what, 3d6, right? And I only have to get a 7?
Yeah. Your
Don't
DC
one
is
of
a
you
seven.
have like insane amounts of strength? Can't you just uproot the shrubbery?
That's me. I've already suggested that I dig it up with my shovel, but I
He
think
has
we're
a,
trying to use a
he has a
move.
shovel. By the way, Mako, figure out how much money
should-
you have.
You should go dig up the shrubbery.
Yeah, that seems like a safer bet.
You start with money.
Started with like
$5 grand, by
5,000,
the
I wanna
way.
say? Yeah.
We're basically rich.
Oh,
Well,
do we? Okay.
not really. It's like $15 if you think about it.
Really? Oh, that's tragic.
With inflation.
Yeah.
No,
I was
it's
really
good.
excited
Inflation,
for a
it's
little while
$2.
there.
But Pokédollars are incredibly inflated.
They are. They
It's
are.
$200 per Pokeball.
Okay.
Shovel.
Wow.
The
Okay,
man
I'm
child
looking at
Do
the
it.
man child approaches the shrubbery. So you're taking at the shovel.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and let's see here. What's your skills?
I have athletics.
Probably athletics. Let me double check.
I don't know what else. It would
Combat.
be- Combat. I will fight this bush.
Combat.
I mean, if we can peg a sparrow with a Pokeball, surely we can
Parry.
pick this up.
Parish plant. Yeah,
Perish.
so I would let you roll your choice of athletics or survival.
Okay, athletics is better. We go at this with raw strength, of course.
Do it. Yeah, look at that.
Nice, man. So yeah, your DC. Wow, it's actually quite good.
He's cracked.
Nice. Nothing but
Dirty
higher than
with the
average.
sauce.
You
Because
come in with
simply
the
power.
shovel, and over the course of probably 30 or 40 seconds, you see him basically just use the shovel like a pick and drive it into the roots. The roots go deep, but you manage to sever them successfully, and a couple seconds later, the Frigibax kind of like drags it out of the way, and you are free to move forward.
Well, you see, Frigibacks should be freezing the roots in hard to break places where there's like a lot of water, so that way it
Yeah.
makes it more brittle.
Totally, yeah.
Break through
That makes sense to me.
it. Vico raises his shovel into the air in triumph after conquering the bush.
Yeah, you see Elaine like raise both her hands up in victory pose.
Same.
Like everybody's victory posing. Like we defeated the shrubbery.
Yay!
Yay!
You hear the success music in the background.
Da, 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 da.
Well, actually, that's mushrooms right there.
Oh,
Essentially.
oh, your Frigibacks. I can't grab me. Okay.
Oh,
I'll stand over here.
okay, right there. There we go. Back in the backpack.
Back in the backpack. Alrighty. I guess let's check out these trees. I want to see what these are.
Sure.
The pink and red one.
Give me a second. I actually need to look at my notes here.
I don't even know where to put in money.
I just put it in my character notes.
It's on
It's
the
an
bottom
invent-
of your sheet.
There's
Inventory.
Oh
A,
yeah, there's an inventory
bottom
spot
right.
down there. That's right.
Mm.
I spent all my money. Guess what I got?
Okay.
You got a berry grower.
I got a cooking set, a portable grower, a tent, a sleeping bag, a collection jar, and 2 Pokeballs from the professor, and that's it.
Yeah, I
I
don't
got
think
a-
I knew
got a
I had
shovel
money
and
until
running
after we'd
shoes.
already started. So I have 0 spending. I'm
Well.
just sitting on max money.
Forest? Trying to find.
Do we all start with the same amount of money?
Yeah.
Yep,
I think it was
5,000.
like 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
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 Get them fat stacks.
Uh-huh.
And then you realize everything costs $1,000.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So you can
That's
earn
why
money
you do
doing different
escape.
things. You usually can't mug people for money. That's not really a thing.
But in the Pokemon world, we get money from defeating other trainers.
Right.
Not here, I don't think.
No.
We hijack
Don't
them
think
at Pokemon Point.
A Pokemon point. I'm not seeing this. So I'm just gonna look up a list of berries, and it may not match the bush color. So I want you to go ahead and,
Wait a
This is
minute.
obviously a cherry berry.
of
Yeah.
course.
It's a pecha berry. This is lumberry, maybe? I don't know. That's a green one.
Oh, I got it. Never mind. We're
You
good
found it.
now.
What
Cool.
am I rolling?
I want you to roll me. Probably going to be survival. Let me double check that real quick. You can roll me your choice of survival or Pokemon education, actually.
Pokemon education is actually better.
Nice.
So, what would rolling Pokemon education give me over survival?
It's a better stat. You learn what it is either way if you succeed.
Gotcha. So I wouldn't actually be harvesting it?
You're learning what it is currently. Like you don't even know if this is like something that is edible or useful at the moment.
Gotcha. So I'll do Pokemon education then.
Yep.
Why? My rolls are bad today.
Wow, it's not great.
No.
The DC was just higher than that, unfortunately. You don't know what the pink one is. You want to roll for the other two?
Sure. So, nope.
Aye.
You got this.
And a 9. Whew.
Okay, with a 9, you successfully determine these are apricorns.
Oh,
Apricorns are, and have been for basically since humanity can remember, the basis for Pokeballs. You can make different kinds of Pokeballs with them, but you need the proper education. In this case, I believe it's a skill edge in order to properly create apricorn balls. However, many people
sell?
yeah, you can sell them, not for very much, but you can sell them, and you can also find apricorn ball manufacturers who might make you some if you supply the apricorns to them for like a cheap price. So you can harvest these if you like. You're going to
see Lane
have
jumping up and down. She goes, guys, these are apricorns. We can make Pokeballs.
so
Can I eat them?
I don't think you want to.
it's generally not a great idea. So you get a pink, a red, and a green apricorn, matching the colors there.
Gotcha. I'll
Mm.
add 3 apricorns. And then in the notes below, I'll note that they're different colors.
Totally. Okay, and I want you to roll a perception check while you're back there.
I'm not gonna lie, that totally broke my immersion because I forgot that perception was a thing in this game and thought that it was like
Yeah,
D&D specific. I was like, wait, what?
that's not possible.
Why are you
What-
asking
what
me
are
to
we
roll
doing?
these trash rolls?
Oh,
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna look something up.
must resist urge.
We're going
Yeah,
to
basically
get
because you didn't spot it, it's gonna sneak attack you, so you're gonna take an extra 3d6 damage this turn.
probably.
That's correct.
It's probably that stinking squirrel Pokemon that's in the
Love it.
Oh yeah, that one.
Okay.
Honestly, it's probably a swiper no swiping from Dora.
Let me get
A
some.
Mankey.
The corner
That was
shanker!
the one.
Isaac gets the corner shanker.
Of course,
Now
it's
Oh.
the
we encountered
Shanker.
him in sorcery. He's going to be gone for another few months.
Oh, okay, my
that
bad.
was the woods flanker. That's
The Woods
relevant.
Flanker. The
Oh yeah,
Woods
that was his cousin. He resides in what was the town? Dumpus.
Dump.
No, he doesn't live in Dumpus.
He lives in the forest. He's the forest flanker. So you suddenly find yourself caught in a spider web.
No way.
As
You'll have to
a
remove.
Yep. I'll do that in just a second.
Oh, man, I thought it was gonna be a Joltik for half a second. My excitement was through the roof.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to be the Parasect is not currently out.
This music's giving me PTSD.
Caleb,
Let
if we ever
me-
find a Joltik,
Yeah.
we can use my character's stats and your
assuming-
reborn idea for a electric
I'm
water
assuming
field.
the Sentret isn't out either,
Oh,
right?
that'd be sick.
I'm pretty sure after combat she would have recalled the Sentret.
Banished to the ether. Okay. So everything else out is what's out. And your speed hasn't changed, I'm pretty sure.
Even if I'm caught in web?
Your speed might have changed. Pretty stinking likely it has, actually.
I'm already lowest.
Mm-hmm. So you are being subjected to the move Spiderweb. You can look that up. You are stuck and trapped. If you are freed of the stuck condition, you are freed of trapped as well. So if you were a Pokemon, you couldn't be recalled, and you're stuck, which means you can't move.
So
And I'll look and see if those conditions mean anything else. But this little Spinnerack is going to come in, and I'm going to check out his speed really quick.
Christine, if you were a Pokemon, I could get you out of that, but alas.
It's a pretty slow Pokemon. It's gonna start
yeah, you just hear this ear-piercing squeal from Elaine as like a spider gets closer and closer to her.
I will say this little guy is gonna get a little surprise off, and then initiative will resume as normal.
Spooky little man.
So you're gonna get a poison sting.
No.
And this is going to be with an extra 3d6 sneak attack damage.
That's right. That's right.
Actually, let me check some. No, it has sniper.
Okay, so has an accuracy of 2, which I believe means
Wait, really?
it has basically a 1 in 10 chance of missing, right? Is that what I'm thinking?
The poison chance, or the poison sting that I
sort of.
have as a... Oh, wait, that's AC. That's probably not accuracy, is it? Or is that...
I think
that's
that is
accuracy. Yeah, so that's
Okay, well, this is...
that's
Maybe I
subtracted
miscopied
from
it
the
when I
roll.
looked it up.
I have the stats. What are we missing?
The
What do you want to
accuracy on
be-
poison sting.
it's a 2. It's a 2. So I'm just gonna roll. It's just a d20, right?
Yes.
17 up.
Subtracted by 2.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's a 5, and that is versus
evasion.
Elaine's evasion. What is that, Elaine?
That is a
Physical
great
evasion.
question.
It's not 5. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that's
Where
pretty
is-
impressive
It's
evasion.
1 for every 5 points you have in defense.
Where would I even see my evasion?
Underneath HP.
Oh, there's 3 different kinds. There's physical, special, and speed.
Mhm. This is a physical attack.
All I have. I don't even know if this is right. My evasions are at 1.
Yeah,
That
that's
sounds right.
correct.
So this had a very small chance of missing because that's an accuracy of 2. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and give you a d6 plus 3 damage here.
Yeah, get cooked.
No, I don't want to be.
That's 9.
9 damage.
9.
It's damage.
And then we're going to roll a d20 to see if you get poisoned, because poison sting has a small chance of doing so, despite being called poison sting. 17 plus. Oh, you're
She
poisoned.
got it! She got it!
So let's find out what poison does, shall we?
I thought that was on the base roll of the attack. If it
Oh, you might be
reached
right,
a
actually.
certain- If it
I don't
reached a
think
certain
it's-
threshold.
I think you're right. I think to
was-
save on the number of rolls you make. That's right. I remember reading this.
That's what I was thinking too, off rip, but then.
Okay,
just
we
going
won't.
along
Well, despite the fact that we got a 17 just now, and I am very disappointed. You're not poisoned.
with it.
What?
And poison sting has a bit of a range to it. So what you saw was basically this spinnerack points its abdomen towards you, and you see this kind of purplish projectile zing towards you and catch you in the shoulder. And it hurts. It really smarts. You can see the wound kind of swelling a little bit, but doesn't appear to be striking up an allergic reaction at the moment, which is great. All right, that's it for the spinnerack. So it returns to its rightful place in the pecking order at the very bottom. All right. So assuming everybody in the initiative is in the initiative, unless you guys are disinterested.
What was that?
It's fine.
By the way, is your Tynamo has some kind of thing going on that's increasing its speed, I think, right?
Hmm.
Did that run out? Is it till the end of the scene?
Let's see. I don't know what would have given me extra speed. Oh wait, hold on. I have an idea.
I believe you might have a stratagem or something like that that's making it fast. I believe that lasts. So I'm gonna assume that's run out, but just let me know what that was and how much it decreased by. I'm assuming the Dynamo doesn't go right now. Instead,
Right,
we'll
I,
put
I
the fidget backs in.
I believe it only increased my speed by 1 square, if I remember. So, what is Dynamo's move?
It increased. Oh no! It specifically says the initiative has been increased. I believe by 5, something like that.
Let me just try and find the
Yep.
ability real quick.
For now, Frigibacks goes.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought wasn't Dynamo 13 initiative?
Yes, but I'm assuming it has been sped up drastically by your orders, so it's not going right now.
Dynamo's
Okay.
pretty fast base, I think.
Yeah.
Wait,
I was
no,
just gonna
maybe
subtract 1 from its. I was just gonna use its base move speed, but
not. It's not move speed. It's
And
overland, or I think in your case hover.
okay.
Yeah, it's not. It's not a speed because speed is a stat.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I do have a levitate speed of
Capability.
4.
It's just say levitate so we don't get it confused with the speed stat.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, just say levitate 4 because if we say speed after all of the movement capabilities, it's going to get really confusing really fast.
Fair enough.
Okay. I'm taking my turn. Yeah. Or I guess.
Yep,
Frigibacks.
Frigibacks. Yep.
Okay, so Frigibacks has overland 4, so this and use this cool new move that it had and I forgot to give it.
Used agility training, and yes, agility training increases its initiative by 4.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to get bumped down from 13 to 9. Okay. And what are you using with Frigibacks?
Icy wind.
Icy Wind. Cool, man.
which has the same chance of hitting as Dragon Tail, so I'm a little
Wonderful.
concerned.
Frigibax hasn't hit a
Wow.
thing yet. I wish him luck.
7.
7. I think that hits.
It's a cone
It's a-
2, by the way. So
Very cool. So you
freezing the
Frigi-
bushes a little bit.
Frigibax inhales. Free. It's just the surrounding trees start to get a little bit chilly, bit of frost build up, and you see some leaves come off. Nice. Okay, so ice versus bug. Let me check the new type charts. It might actually be super effective.
Basic
The new type chart does not affect
It does
bug,
not.
so it's whatever it
You're
used
good.
to be.
So just
I
base
believe
damage?
I believe it's neutral. Yep. Base
Okay.
damage. It would make sense for
Go.
cold to be super effective against bug though.
17.
Very nice. Let me double check its health.
And -1 speed stage.
When do we get AP again?
EP.
Yeah. I think it's like action points or something. Is it like per combat or per scene or let me see if I can find it.
I don't remember. I also don't remember what we used them on.
I know some of my abilities have them or make me spend them, so that's why I'm trying to figure out.
For
Action
some
points are
reason, I want
trainer plus 1 more for every 5 trainers. AP refreshes at the start of each scene, and we determine that scenes are. Let's see.
I would assume this is a different scene from the last combat we did.
The impression I
Mm,
Might
got
be the
from
same, I
scenes
don't know.
previously was that. I don't know. The impression I got was that they were just kind of basically like different battles. Because he said the end of that fight against the other guy would be a scene, but also we're still in the same area, so I don't really know.
Right. That previous battle was a scene. This
Okay.
Okay, so can you guys see the little health bar on the spinner rack?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, that's what the icy wind did to it.
Cut it in half.
It did.
Froze his
Almost
little digits.
Actually, I think it precisely cut it in half.
Nice.
It's entirely possible that that icy wind could have one-shot it.
On the crit, yeah, it would have.
But if I had just rolled better.
Oh, that too, yeah. Okay, anything
Anyway.
else from the Frigibax?
Nope, that's it.
Shifted main action. Okay, cool. All right, Miss Bug Ace herself.
Okay.
Come get the bug.
How does one like free somebody from like a spider web?
Tis a good question.
I looked at it, and it says the condition may be removed by switching, or at the end of a scene as an extended action.
So you cannot switch a lane. Um,
Bummer. I'm
As
telling you, I
funny-
have like a round
as
trip
that would
ability
be.
that would do this,
Yeah.
but it's just
So what we'll say is, somebody needs to get close to a lane and perform some sort of action.
Extended action, correct?
Yeah, it's an extended action.
So
A
would
lane
that
can
take,
free
like,
yourself
all
as an
3 of them
extended
or
action,
something?
but somebody else in the midst of
Myself.
combat could try and free her if you got close. I would say. We'll say
I
that's
assume it's a check of some sort, right?
yeah. We'll probably some kind of
Okay.
check. Won't worry about
Sure,
it too
yeah.
much.
It
I'm
says
gonna
or at the end of
try.
scene though, so I don't know.
See.
I think once I'm stuck, I don't know. I might get other
Well,
people
I mean,
stuck if they touch the spider web.
It'll be fine.
I'll just switch myself out. It'll be fine.
Gotcha.
right.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember how much movement. I have 11 speed. How does that factor into tiles?
So you have an
It
overland
probably
speed
does.
that
Yeah, overland is what you want to
that
look at.
may have a
Oh,
relation
okay.
to
I'm
your
looking.
speed in some way.
Oh,
I'm not sure that
I
it
did
does.
not plug that into my character sheet. That's my bad.
I
Okay.
think the base speed is or the base of overland is 5.
Okay.
Unless there's something that you have that's modifying it. I'm not confident on that though. You'll see it in capabilities on your sheet.
Okay, yeah, I see where that's at, so I'm just gonna set it to 5.
Oh,
Um,
okay. You can set it then.
so that would give me just enough. So I'm gonna, assuming that like the other side of this tree is passable territory because it's like under the tree, then I'm gonna go like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna try and free a lane.
Good. Do what must be done.
Do not
So
hesitate. Show no
what should
mercy.
I roll to try and free her?
Okay. What skills do you have that you think might be relevant here?
Maybe I got to be deft to try and get her unstuck without being stuck, and that would be
Deft.
acrobatics.
Ooh.
Maybe it's
You have 4 in acrobatics. Wow, impressive.
that's really coincidental, isn't it? Maybe it's survival because when you're out surviving in the wilderness, you're cutting down
Sure.
spider webs. Maybe it's intuition because this is just something that people
Sure.
should know how to do.
I
and
will.
so
I'll
could
let
intuit
you.
it.
I'll let you roll survival for this. I'll let you roll survival. Your choice of survival or athletics, I think, for this particular gambit.
Well, they're the same thing. So it's just a d6 for each of the points I have in that stat, right?
Your general education is a 1. Oh my
Dude,
goodness.
I'm like,
you poor
what-
child.
Hey, Caleb.
Pokemon.
If
Actually,
you
wait,
want,
no, you did say
there's-
that the education system in that territory is pretty good. I just didn't know
Yeah,
that.
you
when
didn't
I
listen very well.
allocated
It's
my
okay.
stats.
It's all right.
It's fine.
Hey, Caleb.
You were the worst
Yeah.
student.
So there's
Yeah.
like a D20 button. You just click under roll. You don't have
Oh,
to
really?
type it in. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, cool. Okay.
it's pretty sick.
Oh, I see that now. Duh.
I always
Okay,
forget
cool.
about it.
I got a 6.
Sick.
Nice. That's going to be a failure, but you did your best.
You're sticky too now.
You're cutting out now. Your falsetto is breaking your microphone.
Okay, hold up. Let me change my crisp settings. That is funny though. None. Okay, you guys get the full experience now.
Nice.
I'm trying. I don't know what to do.
It's still cutting out, but it works.
It's close enough. We got at least 80%.
Yeah.
Alright, so
We got
you
8
took
words
your,
instead of
You
5.
took your shift action, and we'll go ahead and say this is a standard action to do this.
Yeah.
You still have a swift action if you have anything else. You are a juggler, so it's possible.
I do have other stuff, but I don't think that it's entirely relevant unless I wanted to like send out a different Pokemon, which I don't really feel the need to do. So
Okay,
think I'm
that'll
chilling.
be it for the 4-year-old.
The
I don't
actual
know. I don't
4-year-old.
remember how old you are.
She's
I've been referring
8.
to.
Everyone else
Okay.
was like, "Oh, I'm gonna pick the max age," and I was like, "I'm gonna
Yeah.
pick the min age."
Technically, I wasn't the max age. I'm only 12.
Oh, I thought the max
when I
was
was
12.
when I was talking
I
to
thought it was
Nick,
16.
yeah, his
Oh,
max was
okay.
16. When I was
Never mind.
talking to Nick, I was saying I was talking about how the actual 4-year-old has a lot of money.
She is loaded. She hasn't spent any of it yet.
All right, Mako.
Is it possible to get like behind Amber and Elaine and throw a Pokeball at the spin arc, or do I have to like get around the other side of the tree?
Yeah, so you'll need to go up and around because the trees are really blocking you. Unless you have some kind of special throwing technique, just like go through. Like if you don't need to see somebody in order to throw a Pokeball at them.
Right. I've got curveball, but I don't think that does that.
I would.
Pokeballs ignore full cover.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What does curveball save actually?
Let's go back to it. No, that's
You can wield your Pokeball with the Force.
You can
oh,
throw
it's the one that lets me
throw it around
get a
corners.
struggle attack on the Pokemon before.
Oh,
I resolve
gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
I would say
is-
no, Mako, unless you want to like make a special roll and like try to arc it over.
Okay. Could I go around this side of the trees?
No, these are quite dense. You can't
Okay.
pass through this. This is why we cut the shrub down.
Okay. So then let me double check how much speed I have. Land speed, rather. Okay.
Look at
5.
the
Cool.
look at the grubbin with his little hands. He like, I just chilling out.
Ample's
One
very
day, Master
adorable.
will call upon me. In the meantime, I'm going to.
Yeah, that's my bad for not investing in speed.
I assume I don't have line of sight yet.
Replicate the mode, yeah.
Whoa! How did that happen? Get back down there, grubbin. He's eating these leaves. Yum yum.
He's
I love how
suddenly,
they've
like,
managed-
10 feet tall.
They've managed to make the bugs so adorable in Pokemon. I love it. All right,
Did
So that is correct. I don't have line of sight still.
line of sight. You know, I'll give it whatever this system's like partial cover system is.
Okay.
That
So-
exists, right? Let me go look.
I don't know.
I'm gonna start prepping all of the things.
We'll
that I'm
find out
getting
right
here.
now.
Oh wait,
Just
curveball?
don't kill this one immediately with the Pokeball.
The damage triggers before any of the Pokeball functions. Wow.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna give you a +10 on this capture attempt because it's in a lot of dense foliage and there's stuff in between you and it. Okay.
Fair enough.
Plus 2 to all accuracy rolls.
So
Cannons. Oh, glue cannons.
So first off, you must roll to see if you hit with the Pokeball, and then we make our capture attempt.
okay.
So it's I believe it's a D20, and you get the +2 accuracy.
Okay.
With your Pokeballs, because you're
Minus 10?
you're a cool dude.
No, not right now.
Not yet.
Okay.
+10 actually, because you want the lowest possible number on your capture attempt. But yeah. Sure, I think you hit that Spinnerack. Now, are you curveballing this dude?
Yes.
Okay, you're curveballing him, so make your struggle.
Local.
I really hope you don't kill this thing like you did the last one.
Oi,
just-
no.
Exactly enough damage.
You don't hit him though,
Okay.
right? Because you rolled a -3.
No, it just does the damage.
Is it?
As if you had hit them with a struggle.
Oh,
You may deal damage as if you'd hit them. Yeah, no, 17. It's gone.
No,
Bye.
it
It's
says.
dead.
What?
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
You need to stop doing that.
I literally
that
just said
happen
that
to
out
you?
loud.
Oh, that's so
Crisis
funny.
averted, though.
Just stop struggling until we run into
Yeah, that's
tougher
fair.
things.
I
The-
can see defeat
the-
at this point.
The tiny spider Pokemon with X's over its eyes falls onto the ground defeated. It is too fragile to capture.
In fairness, I now have no more ammo, so
I have no more ammo.
bear in mind when you want to give me more.
Oh, that's so funny.
can I give him apricorns to throw?
Yes, you could.
You're really
they're-
good at hitting them with the Pokeballs.
They're not Pokeballs yet, but they could be. So keep that.
Potential is there.
Yeah. All right. Well, that encounter is over.
Amber is gonna look back at you and be like, "You killed it." She's like,
It's only
there's tears in her
unconscious.
eyes.
No, Amber, I think it's just sleeping.
Yeah, it's just sleeping.
It's
I'm
just
gonna
sleeping.
poke it with a stick.
Probably in a coma for the rest of its life.
Yeah, it's in the traditional like dead spider pose where the legs are up facing and it's like all coiled up.
Look at it. Even if it
Alright.
wakes up, it's not gonna be able to flip
What
over.
do I have to roll to see if it's alive?
Medicine.
Oh, I actually have a little bit of that.
Good.
He probably
13.
dealt twice its max
Dude,
health
yeah.
and damage, so it just insta-killed
This
it.
this Spinnerack, while having been frozen and thrashed with a supersonic Pokeball to the face, it's definitely still alive. It's just unconscious.
I think I think it's alive, but maybe you need to not throw the ball so hard.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
don't think it's good for them.
My big sis told me that a lot, but
When you withdraw your Pokemon, Mako, don't throw it at the face as hard as you can. You can use the laser feature, dude. It's okay. All right. Well, that spin rack is a no catch. I'm sorry, guys. No Ariados for you for a while at least.
I wouldn't have been Ariados for a while anyway. Oh, onward to
As we
adventure.
Am I still
Uh,
struggling out of the spiderweb?
Oh, you're good. Your
Oh,
your
good.
local bug ace and Mako help you out.
Nice.
as we sort of depart, I'm gonna sidle over to Amber and be like, next chance we get, I'll help you find a spin arc or a spinnerack, and we'll oh, I can control you.
Oh, I can grasp you by the neck and force you to go where I please. the grubbin's doing bongo cat on the ground. It's just like slowly moving its arms up and down.
I'm gonna walk over to it actually, over to the spin arc, and just like gently flip it right side over.
Yeah, sure.
Just like pull its legs out from under it so it looks like it's just like laying on the floor.
You get a like a very I don't know what is it, melancholy nod from Amber. Just
Melancholy.
okay, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
mean,
She's
say
still
everything's
sad that you almost
melancholy.
killed it, but she's glad that you're helping it live
I
after it wakes up.
respected its corpse.
Yeah. As you flip it back
Impressed
over, you kind of get this like brief jump scare. You're like, ah! As the face on its back looks like it's staring at you. You're like, oh no, it's just the spinner.
That's funny.
Jeremiah,
What?
you wish to
Okay.
observe the plant.
Yeah, I want to see what this plant is.
Dude,
This is a plant right here.
that's a plant, man. Hold on a second.
Yo!
I'll tell you what to roll.
We don't have these in the mountains.
Dude, it's you grew up in the mountains beam all over
I
again.
did. That's why I have
That's
4
what's so
athletics plus 2.
the strength of a titan. So we keep talking about. So we're recently watching through Demon Slayer, and we keep making the joke that like people are able to do the insane things that they're able to do because they grew up in the mountains. Like, and Nosuke is immune to poison because he grew up in the mountains, and that's never elaborated on. He's just immune to poison.
Hey, maybe that explains some things, Nick. Because we grew up in the mountains. We're insanely strong.
Generally.
Yeah, so we just absorbed the spirit of the mountain.
I'll let you
You grew
roll.
up in the mountains? No, you're more powerful.
I'll
Yeah.
let you roll general education or survival, my guy.
Survival definitely, because my general education is 1.
Okay.
15.
Cool. You determine this is a oranberry sproutling. It's probably a few days out from bearing any kind of fruit.
Chon.
What do you want from me?
I want to check these mushrooms.
There's mushrooms there.
Yeah.
You think? Roll
Chilling.
survival.
Rolling. I got a 10.
You got a mushroom, dude. got a
Another
tiny-
tiny
you got a-
mushroom?
You got another tiny mushroom.
Yeah. Can I roll
You
it
got-
well?
You got all kinds of mushrooms. No.
I want more.
You want to try and can you even roll a 20?
No, I can't.
Why were you rolling before?
I was hopeful.
There's no way. Like
I just wanted to try, dude.
you're no mycologist, Elaine, and you never will be.
That's brutal.
Dude, how is she gonna make
New
mushroom
life path
burgers
unlocked.
for the vegan like Impossible Burgers if she
Impossible
doesn't have a 20?
Burgers?
Yeah.
They're all just toxic. They're like kill you on sight burger. All right.
That
so
or
yeah.
make you go into a Viking rage and just slay the entire restaurant. It's just a dice roll.
This burger is called the Restaurant Slayer.
I cannot believe this. I have been interrupted by a non-existent person. What is this?
What?
He's not in the campaign.
I shall dig up the
These are the
oranberry
voices in our
bush
head.
in such a way as to not destroy the roots. Where are you gonna
Okay.
put it in?
Yes.
Dig up the oranberry
Well-
bush in such a way as to not destroy the roots. That's a good idea, and you should. But that's going to be another check.
Okay.
And I want you
do
to
still have a shovel.
You do have a shovel, and you know what? I'll let you roll because the shovel. This is what the tool is actually designed for. I'll let you roll with an extra d6.
Cool.
And I'm gonna have you roll me a survival check. Another one.
Okay. I'll just roll a d6 after this.
Okay.
All right, 13.
13.
Okay. The DC was 12, so you got it, man.
Yay!
You successfully get the oranberry out without it being harmed in any way. The roots are all intact. It's just this nice bundle of soil with bits coming out at the bottom. This nice
Alright.
leaflet on top.
So immediately turns around with it and just like holds it out towards Elaine. I know you like berry bushes, so I've got this for you. It was
Oh,
just right here.
You're so thoughtful. Thank you so much.
Points at the hole
So
in the
I'm just
ground.
gonna put a berry bush in my backpack.
Very good.
Don't you have a pot for this kind of thing?
I do. That's why I'm so confused. Because at the very first session, I was able to collect an oranberry and put an oranberry in the portable grower.
Nice. Well,
So
Wait,
I guess
just get like your already like started bush and put that in there instead. That'll be way faster. No,
Yeah, you can eat the oranberry.
you can skip a couple stages of the process.
well, Austin has said that it should only take a few sessions for it to grow.
only a few sessions.
Yeah, but you can.
Uh,
Yeah, which
so-
we have like once a year.
So this is a slightly more progressed one. If you want, you can recollect your oranberry, if you want. So it would happen a little sooner.
So I guess I'll dig up the oranberry that I dug up, or that I put in the grower.
Mhm.
I'll collect my oranberry, so I'll get 2 now.
Yep, plus 1 oranberry.
And then I'll go ahead and write in my portable grower. Actually, no, I have to put it up.
You should take
Put it in my notes. Hang on.
just take your old bush and put it back in the hole that you
Oh.
started the bush from.
I love little Amber just waddling around with her grubbin in the south. Just like, I'm going, guys. Bye.
She probably wouldn't even tell anybody, to be honest. She would just start
What
wondering.
stage would you say this bush is at?
Passes the corpses of the centrates.
Would you say it's
This is what I would call a sapling. So this is the stage directly before it becomes like a full bush / tree. And before it begins to grow the great berries, of which it is
Right.
named.
And I looked down here. I looked in my notes for the portable grower. You said mature plant at map milestones.
Yep. So what that means is it progresses a stage every time you get to another milestone. So the next location of note you get to after Route 3 will progress a stage.
So I'll put maturation stages instead.
Sure. And generally speaking, Christine, you can have that at 1 out of 3. So like there are 3 stages. So right now it's at 2 out of 3 before it starts producing berries. Okay. All right, Amber, you have arrived. Roll me a perception check.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Oh, also,
automatically, but
Vigo moved up. Vigo, I want you to also roll me a perception check.
Oh, lovely.
10. Let's go.
Glorious.
Booga booga. Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
Amber, the bush in front of you, like the sapling-esque, like little bit of leaves coming out of the ground, move slightly. Vigo, you note something rustling under the oranberry tree here. Oranberry bush, I should say, not quite a tree.
see. Well, obviously, we need to investigate this by shoving my face under the tree.
Okay.
Guys?
As a pair of large, vicious rat fangs lunge at you. All right. So we're gonna get back into combat here. I'm not gonna change. This is too chill.
I'm going to launch this rat.
As, Amber, are you doing anything with this shrub?
I am going to act like I don't see it.
Uh-huh. All right.
And
much
but
should
just
I-
keep an eye on it, basically.
Sure. Roll me guile, why don't you, Amber?
Yeah, sure.
Being a little clever for this bush.
4. Maybe not.
Very
Sure.
little bit of clever.
Not. Yeah, you try to whistle and kind of look the other way, but you realize that you never learned how to whistle, and so you're just kind of blowing.
I have
You
not
kinda- you
mastered facial expressions
Just-
at the
just-
age of 8.
Yeah, just like her portrait, she kind of sticks her hands in her pockets, like looks the other way, and just go.
Never been a better time to learn.
and you can see a beady red eye actually peek up from under the ground.
Oh,
Yeah, it seems to be aware of you and like really curious as to what you're doing. As you're grubbing, your grubbin sees some fresh foliage.
No.
And it starts bongo catting towards it. Grub. All right, so we'll resolve the rat-a-tat encounter really quick here. Let me sec.
Okay, great.
I can't imagine this will take particularly long.
Oh no, this is Joey's. This is youngster Joey's rat-a-tat, man. He's gone missing.
Mako produces a Pokeball out of the ether just to hurl at this rat.
Picks up a rock that's roughly Pokeball shaped.
Exactly.
Generate this.
Ratata.
Rattata.
Oh my goodness! It generated at max level.
Oh no!
Wait,
I'm gonna die.
Collect it.
Okay, here we go.
if it aims for the throat, you might be goaded. Or goner, rather.
All right.
Obviously.
Yet another surprise attack. This rat-a-tat is gonna start at the top, and we're gonna check out its moves really quick. Oh, glorious! All right. Yeah, you know what? It's gonna get in there with a good.
Hyperfang.
It's gonna get Hyper Fang. My goodness. Doesn't Hyper Fang always do like 20 damage in the system, like half your health?
Yeah, I thought it was
health in the
supposed to be
base
half your
game.
health.
All right, it's gonna come
Maybe
with the
that's
bite.
Hyperfang. Ooh,
One of those
so
two
as-
is supposed to be.
Accuracy of -2.
Oh wow,
Blam.
that's good.
4. I think it's still. I
Yep,
think it
that's
still get you. And then it's going to be. How do I read this formula? Hold on. Ah, got it.
the damage base.
Wow, that's actually a lot. I love this generator so much. It makes me happy in my soul. Behold, 26 damage.
Whoa! You just got cooked, dog.
This is
Ow.
that's the formula it gave me.
Alright.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's probably correct.
As the
Wow.
bite
Yeah, so
comes
I
in.
do reduce that by my defense, if I'm remembering this correctly.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
21. Which
Awesome.
is
Your defense is
still a
21?
lot. No, the
No.
damage I
Okay.
take is 21.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's still over a quarter of my HP. However, that's
Okay,
this rat has made an enemy of me.
it didn't get 15 plus, so you don't flinch. That would have been really
Okay,
funny.
Stares the rat down as it bites me in the nose.
Okay, and then we're back. All right, Fred, your backs.
Never on the dragon tail. Let's go!
Free
It jumps from the backpack and
deploys.
I believe in him.
Oh.
The glorious dragon tail descends upon this creature that has suffered its
Aha!
master so much damage.
Deploying countermeasures.
I think you hit.
finally.
Finally.
30.
Whoa!
Oh my goodness gracious.
Whoa!
I mean,
Take a
Dragon
choco
Tail.
dog.
Dragon Tail is a pretty beastly move.
Let me see something.
Let me check defense.
That's actually also an additional 5 from this right here.
Okay, so
Oh
is
my word.
a total
Let's-
defense of 8. So it reduces that by down to 30. You still one-shot it. Very nice. It's gone.
Epic Dragon Tail moment. Frigibax
that
has
was-
finally realized how long its tail is.
It basically wields its stub like a drill and just descends directly into the Rattata, and it drops. It's just like it's just X's for eyes. Its back is just like scorched by draconic energy. As Frigibax does like kind of like its portrait, it's like gets into like this boxing stance and then realizes it's slain its foe. And then it's very happy.
Finally learned the art of death perception.
So that was a level 10 Rattata that you
Wow.
destroyed, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, Vigo holding his nose offers Frigibax a little high five for the epic dragon tail there.
Why are you holding
Excellent.
your nose?
Bloody nose.
Oh, the
Because
bloody
it bit me.
Yeah, like Elaine hears all the commotion, goes, "What's going on? Oh, what the?"
The rat bit me.
Yeah, she's going to run over and release Zoe.
I just imagine Mako's Dynamo is like wrapped around him such that like where his face should be is the Dynamo's face.
I mean, he does like rest across my
It's like-
shoulders.
It's like inside your jacket. It's like popping out. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. I just thought that was funny.
I like to wear them
Yep.
like a PT belt.
How do injuries happen again? I don't remember.
That's a great question, my guy. You probably just sustained one just
I
now.
probably did. Yeah.
All right, I'm looking it up.
Thank you, Nicholas. That's very
And
helpful.
Also,
Let us know.
while I'm at it, I would like to go ahead and cast Life Dew. It is in a burst 1, so I want everybody. Like, I guess I'll have Zoe like stand on top of the Rattata corpse.
Okay, sure.
And
The
she like
Hatna waddles around. Very long ears / hair.
I'm not sure how to roll this. This is my first time doing something like this.
Yeah, well, can you post the thing? Okay,
It's
so
Life
burst
Dew.
healing.
There's no accuracy to it. So I don't know.
Frequency daily. Very cool.
Yeah, daily 2 times. Burst 1 healing. The
So
user and all allies in the burst region hit.
yeah, you hit everybody. And then
They
all
gain
allies in
a
the
quarter of
burst.
their health.
Very cool. Quarter of your maximum HP.
Yeah, found it.
Okay, so I won't actually. So it didn't do 50% of my HP, so it's not going to do an injury. It looks like.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Did you find that as well, Nicholas?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yep. The Hatna. Its hat, like the tip of its little mage hat, begins to glow, kind of this brilliant blue green. And it kind of glows until it hits kind of like this fever pitch, and then it explodes, and you're all showered in like this weird mystical liquid that heals your wounds.
Nice.
How much?
Gives a quarter of your health. Your
Quarter of
maximum
my
hit
health.
points.
All right, then that brings me up to 50.
That's also
54,
the
I
same
believe?
for the
Yeah,
Dynamo.
54.
Isaac.
Heal the Dynamo! Heal him!
Oh, how much?
back-
Sorry, I've
back
been
up
fighting
full.
my crisp.
1/4
Okay.
of his max HP.
Thank you.
1/4.
12, I believe. As this happens, like Rubbin
Sweet.
just
So
moving up.
yeah, so as he gets closer, I'm gonna be like, nugget, and then I'm gonna like take out his Pokeball and like retract him really quickly before he.
Okay, yeah, sure.
before it gets to the
No! Just withdraw it. One of its little stub arms reach out toward the plant. It's too late.
Hey guys, I know you're all kind of busy over there, but I think I found a Pokemon. I like whisper it as if the Pokemon can understand what I'm saying.
Maybe it depends on which one.
I did not hear what you just said. Maybe I need to turn down my music.
Yeah, it wasn't important.
Okay, I turned it down a little bit, and I'll turn you up as well. I think, okay, this is just a guess, but I think it might be a grass type because it looks like a plant, but it's got an eyeball. So I don't think it is. But it might be about to attack me. I'm really not sure. I haven't followed it yet.
Does it only have one eye?
I have no idea. I'm trying to play it cool. I only looked once.
That bush
I'm
just
not-
moved.
Oh my goodness, it's running away quickly! I'm gonna throw Grubbin back out. And
I want to.
trying. Let's see.
I want to send out Fudge.
All right, Miss Juggler, where is the Grubbin go as we initiate combat?
Okay, put it on
Everybody
the
stop
other
moving!
side. Put it on the other side of the bush. Stop it in its tracks.
All right, the Grubbin deploys.
And the idea is that because I threw him out, he actually gets a +10 bonus to initiative now
Of course.
because of the juggler stuff.
There we go. Very sweet. That's just this turn, right? Or this round.
Correct.
Cool. Moving to the top.
Yep.
Let me grab a Pokemon. 1 second. Oh my goodness, once again. All right. Yep, the Grubbin deploys and now cornered, the creature pops out of the ground. It's an Oddish.
Oh.
Oddish!
Oh no.
Oddish!
It is so angry.
The Grubbin is like stay back, creature. So, all right, we're gonna give that thing initiative.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my goodness, it has
my
very, very low initiative.
Oh, I thought that was
Behold!
fast, though.
No, not this Oddish, it would seem.
All right. Well, I have.
Oh, never mind. No, it's
Genuinely know
not.
how-
It's not fast. What am I talking about?
I'm not gonna. This is not for the record. I'm just trying to figure out how much damage Vice Grip actually does, so that we don't kill this thing.
So, Pokemon Education is a thing you can roll, and it will tell you the HP.
Whoa.
You can learn all about it.
Crazy. Okay. Well, that's not. It's not my turn yet, but it is the Grubbin's turn. So what the
Pokedex. So-
Grubbin?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think what he's gonna do
Mhm.
is let's see. I feel like let me just check the damage on this. Woo! Okay, both of these are plus 17 damage. I am concerned. Okay, for the time being, what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to string shot this thing.
Okay, so you were just looking at the stats just there. You weren't actually making a move.
Correct. Yeah, I just
Okay,
wanted
yep,
to
yep.
see what the damage was because
Mhm.
I know it rolls, it like adds stuff to it, and I just didn't know what it was gonna add. To be frank.
Yep. Sure.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna string shot it. So I need to roll an accuracy thing for that. So the move accuracy of that is 3. So it's gonna be, it's like evasion plus 3 is like the DC, right? And then I have to roll
Mhm.
a D20.
This is right. Mhm.
Or is it just a D20?
Yep, just the D20.
Okay, great.
The way I've been doing it is I roll a D20 and then I subtract the accuracy because it amounts to essentially the same result.
Okay, and then you just don't add it to the. You don't add the. I see. Okay, cool.
I think
then, yeah, I'll
that's.
just
I think
do-
that's. I think that's okay. I think you could do it.
Yeah,
that
that
way.
makes the exact same sense if you just do like a d20 and then you just don't add the accuracy on the other end. Slash
Oop.
slash r d20 d20 minus 3.
There you go.
Okay.
You definitely hit.
Okay, cool. So the
So what do you-
target has their speed their speed CS, whatever that means,
CS.
lowered by 1.
I don't know what
Look that up.
CS is actually. That's interesting. It has a. If we're talking initiative, it has a 1. It may not be able to be lowered anymore.
It's a combat stage.
Combat stage, yep.
Oh, combat.
Might
Oh,
as well.
that makes sense. Yep.
So it is a 0.9 times multiplier now, I guess.
I suppose. Let me see if I can't look in.
So I guess
See
the
if I
speed
can't
is
read-
reduced by 10% or something. See.
don't
Combat
know.
stages in the speed stat are special. They affect the movement capabilities of the trainer or Pokemon. Quite
Right.
simply, you gain a bonus or penalty to all movement speeds equal to half your current speed combat stage value rounded down. Yeah, quite simply, and then they hit me with that math equation. Okay. Let me put this in chat while I read it.
Let me see if there's a
Okay,
handy dandy button. Tell me like what
If
it.
you are at speed CS +6, you gain +3 to all movement speeds, for example.
okay.
Oh, okay. So -1 would not actually reduce movement speed in. You would have your current speed combat stage value rounded down. So -1 rounded down is just, and half of that would be -0.5. Wait, rounded down would make it worse. So that would be, yeah, it would be -1 speed. Or -1 movement speed.
So -1 movement speed is the only thing that really changes here. So you're keeping
Presumably,
it from running.
I don't think it reduces
Okay.
its evasion. I assume that's a different thing.
Right. Okay. So let me
But
check it.
until I can tell if it's gonna die or not, I don't want to hit
Okay,
it.
so it's overland speed is a 4. So for now, we'll say that's a 3. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Cool. Sure. You mud slap it. Does it deal any damage?
Oh, I didn't. That was sorry. That was a string shot.
Oh, string shot. Nice. Yep.
Yeah.
Wraps up the Oddish.
Have mercy.
All right.
Okay, and then yeah, that's gonna be the end of the little dude's turn.
Glorious.
Ample's turn.
Okay. So the man said he is not involved here, so we're gonna keep him out of here.
Can we put Hatena on the turn order?
Oh, sure, dude. What's its speed?
Speed. Like it's overland?
No, it's speed stat. That's what we use for initiative.
Oh, its speed stat is 5.
Nice. There you go. Okay, and now your turn. Remember?
Okay, cool. And just like for the record, y'all feel free to catch this. I already have 3 Pokemon, so I'm trying to like
Right.
open up opportunities for y'all, which is why I'm trying not to kill it right now. Okay, cool. So I'm going to use my main action to roll for Pokemon education and find out how much health this thing has.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll that Pokemon education.
A 3.
Oh no. That's gonna be a negatory. You don't know. I will say you know it's more than 20.
Okay. Good to know. All right. And then I don't think I don't think I need to do anything else on my turn. I will move out of the way and try and help corner it.
Cool.
And that'll be my turn. Nothing crazy.
Mako Bongwater himself. What will it be, man?
All right. Since I just said before combat that Tynamo was like wrapped around my shoulders,
Yeah.
If I move, can he move with me?
Sure, I'm fine with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
As
And
long as we kind of keep track of like you decoupling.
right. And for the record, that'll be his default state out of combat. Is just kind of, at least until he evolves, riding around on my shoulders. So
Sure.
we'll move. Let me double check that I have 5 over land speed. Yep. So 1, 2, 3.
Dude, I should have.
5.
So this is
Is that
difficult
it's
terrain,
a
okay.
shrubbery?
Yep. So this is difficult terrain, so that costs 2 movement to move through.
Okay, so I'll just be there then.
Okay.
For my main action, can I just chuck Dynamo like 2 spaces?
Sure, roll me an athletics check.
Okay.
Can't we just throw small objects?
That's
based
acrobatics,
on our
not
throw?
athletics.
Oh, good.
You can. I don't know if I would qualify. Well, Dynamo is pretty small.
And
Yeah,
he has a
Dynamo's very
levitate,
small.
so he's technically weightless.
Sure.
That might make it
well,
harder to throw, honestly.
Yeah, fair.
Nicholas, you can look up throwing Pokemon if you like.
So,
for now,
I did find one thing that might be relevant. If the Pokemon is weightless, trainers have a throwing range that determines how far they can throw Pokeballs and other small items. This capability is equal to 4 plus their athletics rank in meters.
Ooh. My
Cool.
athletics is 3 somehow. Like,
It's up to you if that's relevant or not.
4 plus 3 is 7.
nice.
Okay.
Because
I would
it's-
imagine throwing a levitating Pokemon would be either very effective or weird.
I mean, I
Throw it like a
picture. I picture I'm just gonna like throw him like a football, kind of.
Yeah, almost like a frisbee. Like you throw him out and he just kind of like slows down, and you're like,
True. Yeah. Like trying to throw a piece of paper.
right? Yeah, he's like weirdly aerodynamic. So I don't know, man. We'll
If I can simply
we'll
get him
say
out of the shrubbery, then he's within range.
we'll say it's the full distance, and I'll ask my fellow GM sometime.
Cool.
So up to 7 sounds like if you have 3 athletics.
Okay.
Oh, shucks.
Sweet. All right. I will just throw him there then, and
Sure.
pass my turn.
All right, Tiny Mouse to play. Okay, Vigo, you said you're staying out of this, right?
Yeah, however, I do want to get in closer to watch.
Yeah, sure. Where do you want to move?
Right there.
Okay,
Peeking out from around the bush.
sure.
Actually, you know what? No. I'm going in the bush. I'm not scared of it.
Okay. All right, Tynamo. What's it gonna be?
All right. We are gonna charge beam it.
That's the big one.
Charge beam it.
I think that's what I'm supposed to roll. I hope.
Probably.
And then a d20. Okay, so he raises his special attack by 1
So
stage, rather.
It's based on the attack itself.
right. So the attack was. Am I reading this right?
It was -3.
D20.
How do you have a -4 stat?
I have no clue.
Well, remember that's an
That's the
accuracy,
accuracy,
so
yeah.
it subtracts.
Yeah.
So like that accuracy status being compared against the
right,
target's evasion.
Okay, so the charge beam misses wildly.
Yeah. Also, crit ones always miss, so that would. Yeah.
Just
Is that true?
Yes,
I don't-
from what I just read. I will
Oh,
pull it
okay.
up
Never
again.
mind then.
Yep, zaps a nearby bush. It's briefly silhouetted and most of its leaves fall off.
All right.
Well,
fair enough.
that was a plant.
It has a
Yeah,
shift
yeah,
action.
okay.
Still?
Yeah. Let's move him here, I guess. But that'll be it.
Sure. Okay, Alan.
Alan,
What will it be? Tell me.
how big is 5 meters?
I
So
believe
centimeters, roughly.
one
space, right?
1 square. Yep.
Because this is in feet.
Yep. That's because it's a relic. Just like the American measurement system.
Mhm.
Oh, lol.
So
Uh,
yeah, this is just count the squares in meters. I think that'll be fine. Okay. You're activating a power.
I'm giving it to the grubbin.
Wait, so what are you doing?
So
Uh,
I activate
Damage
my sage
reduction.
ability, which it says the target gains damage reduction equal to my occult education rank doubled, or their tick value, whichever is higher, for one full round.
What is a tick value?
What is a tick value?
1/10 of health.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well he has 11 health, so it would be literally 1.
And
Or her
then
occult education, whichever's higher.
Occult
So what's your
education-
what's your occult education rank?
it's currently at 3.
Nice. So 3.
So doubled.
6. So 6
Yeah.
extra damage reduction.
So it gains 6. You'll get 6 damage reduction.
Nice. So if you get hit, -6 plus whatever your defenses are, reducing that damage. Very cool. Yep. So you see Elaine run over around the plants and the plant Pokemon and kind of kneel down, and briefly you just kind of see this almost imperceptible shimmer of space between her and the Grubbin. And the Grubbin seems a little bit more invincible now somehow. Grub.
Powerful creature right there.
It does a little salute with its stub hands.
Yeah,
Oh, I have to salute that grubbing back.
it's bongo hat. Bongo hat hands.
All right. So is that it for you, Elaine?
Yes.
Cool. And by the way, you can target an ally within 5 meters for that. So if
Yeah,
didn't
you
want to
said
move
1
so
square.
close-
I asked how much a 5 meter was, and you said it was 1 square.
I said 1 meter is 1. You could you take that back if you like.
I don't know how far away that is.
1 meter is 1 square. So you can do this up to 5 squares away. Does that make sense?
So I don't have to be so close.
Yeah. So you could be back here where you started, actually.
Yeah, I would prefer that because she's supposed
Sure.
to be a backliner.
Yep. And you already got stung once today.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that would be 5 squares.
Awesome.
So yeah, I guess in a sense she sort of like does a little chant, and you see like little sparkly bits around her hands, and then the sparkly bits show around Grubbin, and he goes grub grub, and now he's like stronger. I guess.
Yeah. Sure. It could almost be perceived as like almost like a simple religious practice or tradition or prayer. Like it's a little. I would say it's more subtle. It's almost like a lucky charm as opposed to like psychic powers being manifest.
Be careful with Lucky Charm because there is an ability called Lucky Charm,
There is. Okay.
which I have.
The Grubbin is invincible now.
Yes.
What's its HP, by the way? 11.
Sorry, that's not actually. I just realized that was its HP stat.
Oh,
So I
yep,
assume
yep.
its actual HP is very different.
Yep.
Which would
You should say that on the
be
right.
50.
Uh-huh.
50. So 2 times occult rank is still higher.
It is.
No.
That's 6
Well-
damage reduction right now.
hmm
Didn't you say a tick was a 10th of its?
So it'd be
Yep.
5.
So yeah, but 5 times 2 is oh,
That's
or
not
got
double.
it.
The tick
It
is not
doesn't get
doubled.
doubled. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm tracking now.
Cool. I have that in its tooltip now. All right. That was Elaine's go. Now the Hatna.
The Hatna. All right. So Zoe is going to cast Confusion.
Confusion.
See, it's a range 6 ability, which I think she is in range of. Yeah, because that's 5 spaces.
I am confusion.
Confucius.
Mm.
Still not sure how to do this. I'm just going to click the first button I see.
Valid.
You rolled a 3. I think you hit it.
The damage is 20.
Glorious.
Which I'm pretty
Glorious.
sure- Hang on. I think it says in the ability, confusion confuses the target at 19 plus. So the Oddish is now confused.
On hit, 19 plus, I
Mhm.
think is the idea. So
Mhm.
you rolled a 3 or total on your attack. So it won't be confused, but if you rolled a 19, you will. I think is the idea, right, guys?
I thought
Am
it was the
I?
damage.
I don't
Nope, it's
think
not
it's
the
the damage.
damage. It's the attack roll.
So the
Yeah.
AC roll.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's the flat number, not the number modified.
Right. So if you roll a 19 on the dice specifically, yeah.
Gotcha. So it's not
Okay,
confused.
cool. Not confused.
But it
But
does
it will be
take
taking some
20
damage here.
psychic damage.
Yep, reduced by its defense. Let me go look at the
Is
Oddish.
Believe
that
Oddish
not
is-
super effective?
Oddish is poison grass.
I want to say it's not super effective. I think poison
Oh,
is
it is.
effective to. Oh, it is super effective?
Yep. Psychic super effective against poison.
Oh.
Yeah, which was a problem in Gen 1 because the only ghost type was also poison type, so it was bad
Mm.
into psychic type.
Mm-hmm. Got the psychic, fire, flying, and ice type weaknesses. So yeah, it is taken double from this. I believe. Is it doubled in this system, or is it something else?
Oh
So I
man.
think baseline it's doubled, but there was an errata that made it 1.5. I don't know which one we want to go with though.
I'm generally of the mind that the erratas should probably be our go-to because they understand the
Okay.
system better than us, unless we really like a specific idea. So that's going to be a 30, then reduced by defense. 30. Okay. Nice. Yeah, confusion comes out. It is almost like a warble in the nearby space, and you can see the Oddish's eyes kind of, like briefly kind of go anime swirly for a second, as it kind of wobbles to and fro and like bops its head into a nearby bush and the grubbin, and before shaking its head and figuring out what's going on. Okay, that's its current health. Can you guys see the health bar there?
Yeah, we can.
Awesome. Okay, and no number. You just kind of have a general ID health values. Okay. All right. That was Zoe. Will the Zoe move?
Zoe's gonna stay still.
All right. Okay. Now the Oddish goes. You got it. Okay. Oddish.
How much did we say type effectiveness did? Is it just usual where it would do 2 times?
We're deciding on 1.5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we might go back on this later. But there was an errata, and I that rings true for me as well. Oddish is going to use the move Absorb. As you see, there is a parasitic-like kind of glowing stem that shoots from the top of the Oddish's shrub, and is going straight for the dynamo. So it's going to be a d20 minus 2. Definitely hits. And then we're going to roll damage here. /R. There we go. Okay, so 24, and this is special, so reduced by the Dynamo's special defense. It's the amount of damage it takes. Mr. Bongwater, are you with us? Okay. Your Dynamo is struck by Absorb.
Ah, sorry. 24 damage, you said?
Reduced by its special defense.
Okay. which is 6.
6. So he dealt 18 damage.
Mm-hmm.
18. It heals for half of it. Going back up a bit, the absorb, kind of this. You see a single globule of energy kind of running back up the stem as it retracts, and the Oddish seems a little bit less bruised now, as it's going to attempt to make a run for it. Somebody stop him!
I
Grab
mean,
him,
there is
get him.
opportunity attacks on this game, so
Yeah.
There's no opportunity attacks?
no,
There are
there
attack-
is.
Yeah, there
Oh.
is. But not on this Oddish because it has runaway. Running away into the bushes. Let's see here. It has nature walk, so it doesn't care about this. Farewell,
Oh.
gang. 1, 2, 3. That's all it can move.
Yeah, but now it's in the bushes.
Now it's in the
We're gonna have
bushes.
to Snipe it.
Just set
That's
all
it for the
bushes on
Oddish.
fire.
Deploy Grubbin.
The Grubbin is down to initiative 5 now, so it would be Frigibax's turn.
Oh, tis. You're right. Boom. The Frigibax and Vigo are staying out of this.
Okay.
So back over to
actually,
Amber.
At this point, I would ask the party: do we want to catch this thing?
Elaine is going to roll Pokemon education. Do I want this thing?
You must do so on your turn.
Okay.
That's
Do I want
hilarious.
this thing?
Well, I mean, he asked, so I figured speech is free.
Yeah. You know a little bit about Oddish. It's a fairly common Pokemon. You know this thing is a pretty common grass type Pokemon, originally hailing
Right.
from Kanto. You know it has a branching evolution path. One of which requires a Sunstone in order to do so. It can be
Yeah.
it can be quite powerful at higher levels. It has a lot of evolutions ahead of it.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for Shroomish, because Gen 2 is where I started. Wait, Oddish is Gen 2, right?
No,
Pretty sure
Oddish
I-
Gen 1.
Gen 1?
Gen 1.
Oh, okay. Well, it must have been in Ruby.
Maybe.
Yep, I know where it is. It's in that first forest. Anyways, Mako doesn't need it, though. It's not in his type thematic whatever wheelhouse.
Yeah, I don't think Elaine's interested in it either.
Go forth, Amber. Well, actually, Vigo was deciding. So it seems like the group says probably not.
Okay, I'll just sit in the bush. I'll continue sitting in the bush then, rather
Alright.
than taking a turn.
Sure. Amber.
Bye.
Bye. No, not the
nice meeting
powerful
you.
Oddish. Are you guys collectively letting this thing go free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Living free and in the wild.
So how this thing would be going is it would get here to the edge of the map, and then on its next turn it would have escaped.
Gotcha.
Okay, when
Good
it's
to know.
off the map. Yep. So that was a level 10 Oddish. It's a good lad.
There was a strong part of me that wanted to, just because,
Thing had 44 HP.
it would have been nice to have, I guess, more Pokemon so we don't white out. But also at the same time, it's an Oddish, and I already have 3 Pokemon, so I was really just trying to set you all up if you wanted it. But
And
I get it,
13
it's an
special
Oddish.
attack.
that's
Alright.
actually pretty good.
At the end of combat, you're gonna see Elaine be like, Mako, you're Dynamo!
Yeah, I'm gonna like run out of the bushes. Actually, I probably would have.
Oh, you're on top of my character.
I know. I would have like bowled you out of the way.
It's,
I believe I have.
Yeah, it's looking really really tired, man. It's like visibly drooping. Like it's not holding itself up in the air like it normally would.
Here,
Mari.
give it this, and she'll give you an orange berry.
Oh, thank you. I was just about to do that from my stash.
Just jam it down its throat.
I'll just hold it out, but I assume it'll like snap at it right away. I'll feed it one of my own actually as well.
Oh,
Have these bushes over here been picked?
Nope.
no.
Okay. Do they look like orange berries, or do I know which kind they are?
They look like oranberries. You've seen oranberries before. These
Okay.
are them.
I'm gonna retrieve my dynamo, and then we're gonna go over to the bushes. I'm gonna let him eat a berry off the bush if he wants, and then I'm going to attempt to collect as many of the others as I can, and call over my shoulder. Hey, Elaine, you want to help me try and get some of these berries?
Sure. I want you to roll me a survival check.
Okay,
Are you doing one bush, and then Elaine's doing the other one?
Mhm.
sure.
Go for it. And Elaine, roll me in a survival as well. Vigo embarks upon his epic Pokemon journey. Come, Grubbin. He gestures behind him. Grubbin leaves.
What? How good is his command that
My
he just?
charisma is unmatched.
That's crazy.
Actually, I kind
Sure.
of feel like
You both succeed. I want you both to roll me a d2. Okay, you get one berry.
I get my berry back, yay.
You get two berries.
Let's go.
Very nice. All right. The berry is now devastated. These bushes will never grow another thing.
so
Oh,
sad.
I will.
You've left
I
this world a
remember
better
this.
place than you found it.
I remember this. My big sis told me about this. Whenever you find a berry bush, it's okay to pick them, but you gotta plant one for the next guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and like take one of the berries I found and replant it on my bush.
Nice.
You should put it in the hole that we dug before.
I will do so if someone points
Yeah.
it out.
Sure.
I'm too far away. I wouldn't be able to.
The Rattatas corpse points towards
Yeah,
I mean, I had to step over the hole, so I guess I will.
yeah, well, I mean,
I'll go
Elaine
over
will
the hole
point
I
out
stepped
and be
over.
like, well, that used to be an oranberry hole, so maybe just
Okay.
plant over there.
Yeah.
-1 Oranberry, +1 Karma, man.
There you go.
+1 karma, is that a thing in this game?
Well,
No,
I'm
it's
trying to
not.
repay my karma debt for murdering 2
Your
Pokemon.
karma debt? Throwing a Pokeball so fast it cracked their skulls. And
Bro, he's
bleeding
got credit karma right now.
Yeah,
I
Literally.
know,
He's
yeah.
just down. He's down.
DM.
Austin.
Yeah.
Sorry, you go ahead, Jeremiah.
So I'm just gonna point this out. Frigibax is in fact a carnivore.
Yeah, dude.
So should I be gathering some meals?
Up to you, man. Up to you. If
Well, I don't like this rat, so I might take the rat actually.
sure,
Well, heck,
it's
there's 2 citrus over here.
No, I'm taking the rat. I need it. You know,
As
the
Mako,
rat bit me.
Yeah, as Mako sees you retrieving the rat, I'll be like, I don't know if you noticed, but I beaned a Spearow over there. You could probably use that as well.
So
Nope, this will be good for a while. Drops it in the backpack.
yeah, you
That's
take it by.
crazy.
By the way,
dog.
it's still fainted. So keep in mind, there are like carnivore Pokemon pellets and feed you can get at marts and such, but you may not have any of that. So
Yeah, I definitely don't. I wouldn't have thought ahead enough to bring food.
all right.
Yeah,
Do you
just
the Rattata?
just gonna pop it in the freezer.
Okay, the Rattata's unconscious. Do you want to end it before it comes to?
So I'm thinking I'm just gonna put it in the backpack, which is currently being used as a freezer by Frigibax. So I'll just freeze it to death in its
All
sleep.
right.
It'll be fine.
Sure.
That's probably the most humane way I can do it.
Most humane. Just never wake up, Rattata. Never wake up. Just open. All
I
right.
mean, it did me, you know?
Sure. What ability does it have that is making the backpack so cool?
It actually has. It is a capability. Let me look it up. I believe it is called Freezer.
Nice.
Um,
I'm just pointing out there is a mechanic for this called coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
There is
There-
actually. That's true.
There is. There is.
Oh wait, this is the Pokedex. I don't need to look it up there.
just,
Um.
You're just sticking a dead rat in your backpack, man.
Okay, no.
Alright.
Apparently that doesn't actually do what I thought it did.
Okay.
Chilled. Maybe that's the one.
Chilled.
Chilled. Chilled capability are always cold.
Hmm.
I don't know how cold that necessarily.
I don't know if I would
that
necessarily
necessarily
call
means.
it dangerously cold, especially for a
Okay.
mammal with fur.
Well, I guess we're hitting it with a rock then.
Alright, gonna perform a coup de grace?
You'll
Yeah.
Elaine witnesses all of this, and she's like, kind of reminds me of trying to survive in the forest. If you'd like, I can try to help you with cooking it later.
Oh no, I was just gonna. The Frigibax is gonna freeze it and eat it later.
Does it
This-
I
eat
don't.
cold?
I don't want to eat the rat.
As a full
I'm-
action. Pokemon trainer makes any attack or move that would normally make as a standard action, but this attack must target only the target of the coup de grace. Coup de grace hits, the attack is automatically a critical hit that deals +5 bonus damage. Multiply this damage as part of the critical hit. This would normally make it +10, but Pokemon trainers with sniper or whatever. Yeah, sure. So go ahead and choose your move.
Okay. Well, I suppose this will be a strength.
Sure. Yeah.
Uh,
Are you just gonna do the humane neck
so I
snap?
just do the. Yeah, probably. I mean,
This is
this
literally
almost
like
certainly
in
is not the
Power
first
World.
time.
Yeah.
When you like choose the execute option and like it blurs out as you literally like lop off its head.
I have to get food. I don't have to pay for this.
Everyone's
Just saying.
traumatized. All right.
Okay, so what am I rolling for this?
So you select your attack, and
Okay.
then the attack is automatically a critical hit that deals +5 bonus damage. So roll the damage.
It's automatically critical
What
as
does
long as
crit do? I don't remember.
Critical hits deal double, I believe.
Okay.
multiply the damage as part of the
All
critical.
right. So that's 27 times 2 plus 5. So it's like
Yeah.
something.
Oh yeah, it's gone. Yeah, Mako and Elaine are the only ones there to witness this, if they even choose to. But yeah, Mako, you just reach down to the Rattata, grasp its head under its jaw and over it, and just do a little, just twist, and that Rattata's dead, man. It's
Into the backpack you go.
there it goes.
And now it's being frozen by the Frigibax,
Yes, it is.
which later
This
eats it
is-
like a snake, just unhinges its jaw.
Hey, in the Pokedex entry, this is in fact what it does. It just freezes all of its food for later.
All right. Yeah, the Frigiback, with those same very suspicious eyes, slowly descends into the backpack after it.
I'm gonna put Rattata meat in my inventory.
Yeah, sure, man. Yeah. All right.
So, like, how many portions would this be? Assuming this is just for feeding the rat, or for feeding the Frigibax.
Sure, man.
Unless, I don't know. Does
This
PTU
is
meat too? I don't remember.
this is good for your Frigibacks until you get to the next town, for sure, or until you get your next waypoint, I should say.
Cool.
Yeah, speaking of gathering food, I'm probably just gonna gather up some leaves because all of my Pokemon are either herbivores and the Paris is a phototroph.
Awesome.
So
Sure. Just roll me a simple survival check. It'll
what is
probably
a
be
simple
pretty.
survival check?
It's without any horrifying things from me added in. It's just a
Alright.
normal check.
10.
There you go. Yeah, sure. You successfully gather all the food you need for your party. Does anybody else need to roll survival checks, or do you have food?
I do not have food.
Yeah, I better do
Well,
the
other
same.
than the rat.
Okay. So if anybody doesn't have food or provisions for your Pokemon over the next couple of days of travel throughout 3, I want you to go and roll survival checks. Okay.
Do I need to feed the Pidgey that's in the Pokeball? I
Yes.
assume I do, yeah.
So Pokeballs generally slow down the amount of food a thing needs, but you do occasionally need to take it out and feed it.
Okay.
So basically, it's assumed that your Pokemon are mostly in their Pokeballs most of the time because that's more efficient and they're expending less energy. So for every 5 on your result, you're able to provide for 1 Pokemon.
Oh no.
And all this means, if they don't eat, then they just take a tick of damage. So they take 1/10 of their health.
Got it.
So you prioritize which Pokemon get the food, and then the next time you're in town, please buy feed. It's very cheap. You're good for a while.
I have to imagine this is how Vigo's been getting by on his way down.
Yeah, probably.
This place. This has been eating random Pokemon that he comes across.
Are these flowers of any value?
Vigo, if you have you rolled extra survival, you because you're just providing for the Pidgey, right?
Yeah, which is a herbivore, so presumably I'm gathering food for
Right.
herbivores.
Totally. So you can provide for another member of your party if you like.
Oh,
One of their
okay.
one of their Pokemon, since you rolled extra.
Alright. If anybody doesn't have enough, then
I am missing
Like that, I
food
guess.
for all 3 of my Pokemon. Hooray!
What do you?
did you
What
try
are
a
your diets?
survival?
I did try survival and I failed. I got 3. Okay, so Parasect. I'm trying to look at diet. Phototroph. Have mercy.
It means that it eats light.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
actually the best. You don't have to provide for
Mhm.
it at all, assuming you let it out when you rest.
Yeah,
isn't that cool?
That's sick, dude.
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, I guess Parasect is chilling. Grubbin is a herbivore, and then I'm sure Weedle probably is too.
Okay,
Weedle
everybody got their stuff taken care
is
of.
also a herbivore. Yeah.
Nothing particularly special about these flowers. They are pretty though. Some nice wildflowers on the ground there.
What about the wildflowers?
They're pretty.
They're just pretty.
They're pretty.
Okay, I'll pick one and put it in Amber's hair.
Okay. So it is now 12 CST. Are we all feeling on time right now?
Yeah, we're good.
Want to keep going for a little while here?
I do.
All right.
I would
So,
say we pretty much cleared this map.
For the most part, you missed some things, and you've killed
Oh,
a
no.
lot of things. But yeah, I think you guys did. So, taking you back to the group map here. So, your first so concludes your for your first day of travel. You end up just a little bit left of where the marker currently is. It was a fun first day of being a Pokemon trainer. Route 3 is apparently known for its grass and bug types. The further up you get on Route 3, the more rock types and kind of more mountainy stuff you encounter, and there's also cave systems as you get closer to High Cloud Village, that kind of thing. You learn this much from Evergreen Labs. All right. And the next day begins. As you begin to clear the woods of Route 3, moving west, you begin to see High Cloud River swelling off to your right as you continue along the path. It quickly becomes more and more paved, less dirt trails, and more actually like something you would expect people to be trekking on more. As a full day passes, you know what? I'll go ahead and roll something really quick.
Just out of curiosity, is it obvious that there's any fish Pokemon in this river?
Any fish Pokemon in the river?
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check, my guy.
Can I do so as well?
Okay.
Because Mako's on the lookout actively for a Magikarp.
I would let Vigo roll with an extra d6.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
And I will take this opportunity to tell him
Wow.
in character, hey, Vigo, if you spot any Magikarp, I really want a Gyarados one day.
oh, okay. I just was on the lookout in case, we wanted to eat one.
Ooh. What do they taste like? I don't... Oh. I think I
pretty,
did.
they're pretty good, I think. I don't know.
I think I have
I don't know how to
one
cook
once.
them.
I think Big Sis made one into sushi one time.
Well, if we end up catching one, I can always slice it up and see if I can't make sushi.
Mako starts, drooling slightly.
Very cool.
Can anybody swim?
I assume I would.
I
I
am
don't have
from
a fishing
Typhoon
rod,
Town,
so-
so I imagine I can swim. Right, DM?
You have a what?
I said I'm from Typhoon Town, so I imagine I can swim. I have a swim of 2.
You have a swim of 2? Nice, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Do I have a swim?
Yeah,
I think
you can
everybody has a swim.
Oh, I have a swim
can-
of
you
3.
Oh, I do. I have a swim of 3.
Is that the default?
No, I think it's based off
It
of
sounds
something.
based on something.
It's
Yeah.
based on. Oh, okay.
I don't know that for a fact. I'm just guessing that it's based off athletics.
It's entirely possible.
Sure. Do you guys want to divert slightly to the river, have a little adventure?
Please.
Yes,
Okay.
we must.
He didn't
wrestle
say
the
watch out for
Magikarp out of the
Gyarados,
water.
so we might get got.
I thought that was at the falls specifically.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause,
Yeah.
they have
I thought it was
temples
just
in
next to the river.
waterfall,
If
so-
you guys are worried about horrifying things in the water that eat children, might roll a general education.
Good thing I'm not scared of that.
Rage
9.
falls. Watch out for Gyarados as you get close to the river. That was the notes that I had.
So the River of Rage is specifically comprised of the river just to your west. You're actually getting pretty close to it, not more than a day's out. What you're next to right now is High Cloud River, which is an inlet for the River of Rage. So you think this is relatively okay? There's, on occasion, been a Gyarados or 2 that swim up this way, but probably not. In general, this appears to be a more peaceful kind of tributary. In general, this appears to be a relatively low level area. There's no reason. It's an amateur league. They seem to have set you guys up in a relatively reasonable area for children of your age and experience. So, go ahead.
Do we know if our Pokemon stocked like game would be, or is it like, you know what I mean? Like, do they
Good question.
like in Percy
that would be-
Jackson where they
that would
stock
be-
the forest with monsters?
Go ahead and roll me a Pokemon education check on that, actually.
Okay. Sorry. Let me pull that up. Pokemon education there. 8.
Yeah, so you know that a long time ago, you remember Professor Quinton telling you that long ago there was Pokemon species that were native only to Animos, and almost none of them still exist. They were all driven away or wiped out. In the interim years after the war, most of the Pokemon here either came in from Kanto or Johto, and so far as you're aware, no Pokemon have been stocked per se, but there have definitely been efforts to bring in Pokemon to increase the biodiversity and repopulate the areas. Specifically from those two regions, but occasionally you get strange species from distant regions. Specifically, those tend to be leftovers from the wars.
Cool.
So to answer your question, you don't know for sure if this area has like any like planted species, but you think most of this is relatively natural at this point.
Cool. Appreciate it.
And to answer previous questions, not a super high risk river. You could potentially check it out if you. Is that in the books for you guys?
Well, I rolled a 12, so I don't know. Will I get anything better?
No, I would say the same goes for both of you.
Gotcha.
In general, we're gonna try and limit these checks that everybody might want to do to just the first person that wants to, and then that person can get a little bonus potentially.
Gotcha. Yeah, I would say going into a little journey into the river might be nice. Maybe we can have some nice Magikarp sushi or something.
We take a bath.
Take a dinner.
Yeah. How long
For a
does it
little
take
swim.
to make Pokeballs out of the apricorns or whatever they're called?
I think we need an edge to do that.
Yep, you need a specific skill edge called, I believe it's. Let me actually look. We get it from Tenebrous Village. It is Apricorn Balls Technology education. So you get that it's an edge from technology education. And if you start in Tenebrous, then you get it for free if you want. Okay, so moving up closer to the river, you find that it's reasonably high pressure, at least in some parts. You manage to find some places where you can kind of wade in a little bit. You don't see a whole ton of Pokemon, at least none that are accessible and not immediately wary and fleeing of you. What you do find is near a nearby sun-bleached boulder is a small yellow Pokemon shaped like a duck smashing its skull into the rock.
Psyduck!
Psy!
What is the Psyduck doing? Why is it doing that?
It's smashing its face into the boulder, Elaine.
Why?
Elaine,
Pokemon
help it! No, it's a
education right
Psyduck,
now.
please!
Why is
Fight
it doing
that boulder!
11? Tell me. Why is it hurting itself?
I'm gonna punch the boulder.
It must be having one of these
Unclear.
episodes. We have to help it.
You can
Psyducks
roll
are
Pokemon
incredibly
education.
prone to- Oh, sorry.
You're good.
It's like
You-
one of the
Psyducks-
few
Psyducks-
Pokemon that I ever read the description in the Pokemon.
You're good. You're good. Psyducks are relatively well known. They're these psychic duck Pokemon, and they get headaches, which directly coincide with their psychic abilities. Was this the recent Pokemon education for the Psyduck? The 11 there?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Exactly what I just said. You also know this Psyduck. Second. I'll give you the level of this Psyduck. Deploy. This is a level 4 Psyduck.
I think I might want it.
It is having some trouble. Psyducks don't make for the most reliable Pokemon ever. But if you can get them past their initial hang-ups and their horrifying migraines subside, Golduck is a pretty reliable Pokemon to have on the team.
Yeah, I love Golduck.
Wacky creature.
So how will you approach this wild creature that is actively mutilating itself?
I'm fighting the boulder, obviously. The boulder is hurting the Psyduck. I have to help it out.
Okay. Does anybody intercept before this particular plan goes through?
Yeah, I wanna. As soon as I see Vigo start to walk forward. I'll be like, "What's the plan?"
Oh no, he's running.
Oh, I
he
will
has
immediately-
announced his plan already, in that he is going to fight the boulder because it's beating up the Psyduck.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to. Can I roll like guile or something to attempt to, like negate any intimidation that would go towards the Psyduck? Can I attempt to comfort the Psyduck?
Oh, you want to comfort? Sure, you want to comfort the Psyduck? Let me
Yeah.
see.
I want him not to be scared away by the
you probably
charging child soldier.
Oh, I see. Probably charm, man. Probably charm.
All right. Ooh, rank
Which is
2 on that.
which is the same as guile for you.
5. That's
Oh,
not
glorious.
good. Oh dear.
Not fantastic. You approach the Psyduck, and you're like, "Don't worry, he doesn't mean to harm you." As Vigo just drop axe kick into the side of the boulder. Are you roll me in athletics, I guess, to attack the boulder?
Well, this would be a combat, right?
I suppose.
Before
Roll
initiative,
Here we
before
go.
initiative gets announced, can I yell back to the girls? Can someone toss me a Pokeball? I swear I won't kill this one.
Elaine's like, yeah.
Uh,
And she throws you a Pokeball.
As Vigo, you smash into the side of the boulder. If this were an anime, which I think we're all visualizing it as one to a degree,
Right.
you see like this trimmer like go up from Vigo's leg into his shins, up his knees, and into his body, and as your leg collides with a very solid, very hard object. And then you push through the pain, and it budges and rolls slightly to the side. As you fall onto the ground, grasping your shin in pain, Psyduck throws its head forward to crash into the boulder, and is confused. Sorry.
Can I
Just leans forward and trips onto its face.
Okay.
It's tough.
Can I get a sense of how much HP the Psyduck is at?
Sure. Well, Elaine might share that with you. It has 32 health.
Okay. All right.
Sorry. It looks left and right, and then
While they're-
sees the man who just moved the boulder.
Mako is having an existential crisis because a struggle attack would actually be perfect here. Or a curveball, rather. But I'm gonna look back over my shoulder in desperation and be like, I don't think I could knock it out with one ball, but it's you guys' choice. Should I hit it or just try to catch it?
Just try to catch it. Don't kill it.
All right.
The Psyduck sits down, visibly relieved. Sigh. As its headache is seemingly alleviated.
Don't worry, I got you, buddy.
I'm going to, Alright, let's throw the Pokeball at it. I'm not going to use Curveball.
Wait. Maybe now that it feels better, you can actually talk to it.
Okay, well then I'll go with my original plan. I will, kind of holster the Pokeball for a moment and, try and hand it an Oran Berry. Just put it in my palm and slowly extend it out towards the Psyduck.
Totally. It waddles over. Go ahead and roll me a charm again, and I want you to roll me with an extra d6.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
While he's doing that, like during all the headbanging, Amber would have like looked over at Elaine and been like, "That Pokemon's really stupid. Why was it hurting itself?"
Well, you see, and she like maintains like this finger pointing in the air with her eyes closed, like half smug.
Nice.
It was trying to relieve itself of a headache, because Psyducks are actually known for also having psychic abilities, which then, for whatever reason, grotesquely injures their brain.
Wouldn't that just make the headache worse?
You would think so, but Psyducks seem to think that bashing their head in is going to make it better, and maybe it did, because now it's sitting relieved.
Sigh. takes the berry and imbibes it. Sigh.
I'm going to when it like takes the berry and as it starts to eat it, I'm gonna kind of inch more towards it and attempt to like pet the Psyduck very gently while it's
totally
eating the
does.
berry.
Yeah, it's
nice
it's
Psyduck.
it's this weirdly smooth kind of duck down. And it's just it doesn't even look at you. It's like looking off into the distance somewhere.
It's
Like
already
its head,
dissociating.
its head slightly just like at an angle. Die.
Just tap it with the Pokeball. Come on.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
Now's a good opportunity.
It's time for you to join our little family, and I'm gonna chuck the Pokeball at it.
At point blank range.
Well, I'm attempting to catch it.
Well, I mean, maybe
Sure.
you could just tap the forehead with
Right.
the Pokeball.
I didn't know if it was part of Pokemon lore that you had to throw it, or if you.
You don't necessarily have to. You can just tap
okay.
it. You know,
I will-
It's
I will-
contact.
I will tap it then, very gently.
Sure. So I want you to roll me a capture check, and it's going to be a -10 because this Pokemon is very docile.
Okay. Is it just a straight D100 -10?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It wobbles ever so slightly, and then much like the Psyduck's head was just slightly at an angle, it kind of tilts at a weird, awkward slant, and then Pokemon Seals. You caught the Psyduck. Well done.
Good job, Mako.
Yes! I didn't kill it!
Nice.
I helped. I
You
think.
did! Thank you!
So I'm going to see if I can link you to this page, and you can just copy-paste it. Let's see. How do I do this? Can I? I'm gonna
Oh.
try and just link you to the website real quick. We'll see if this functions. Put
I
it in
think
general.
we're meant for each other because he's always killing things, and the Psyduck was trying to kill itself.
I can rehabilitate it, and then he can maybe help me stop killing Pokemon.
So your Psyduck has Scratch, Tail Whip, and Water Sport. It doesn't actually know any Psychic type moves right now.
Just
Tough.
letting you know, it didn't send the Psyduck information. You might have to just take a screenshot.
Yeah.
Okay. There are ways to do this. There are ways to do this. So I'm gonna copy this roll 20.
We can also. I don't anticipate needing to use Psyduck this session, so we can sort it out afterwards if need be.
Sure. I can zoom out. Yes, I can. I can zoom out greatly. Oh yes, we're very good at this. Okay, I'll send this to you in 2 sheets. Okay. Here you are in general. And then we'll do one more. This is pretty reasonable, all things considered. Just have to clip 2 times. There you are. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's nature's adamant.
Yeah, it really wanted to destroy that boulder. Okay, so I'll go ahead and say as your GM, that was like the random event for this particular little side adventure.
Nice.
So, you divert. We'll say the trip to the river and back eats up the rest of your day. So, moving on to day 3. And by the way, I'm not doing rations by day. It's to the next waypoint. So if you have salvage stuff for your Pokemon at least once, you're good. Moving on. The next 2/3 of the day is taken up by your trip to your first crossroads of your journey. At this point, you're seeing a lot of civilization. Lots of houses dot the road. And to your right, now your north, in the distance, you can see the vast lights, and it is evening at this point, of Cirrus City, the capital of Animos. This is basically a metropolis. At the beginning of the campaign, you might remember that that televised Pokemon battle you all watched. That took place in Cirrus. It's a league center, and also there is a gym there. If you wanted to stop right now for supplies, that's a thought. But you could also go a ways longer to like Rage Falls or somewhere else down here. There's likely to be shops on the way at some point.
I imagine we'll need to buy more Pokeballs.
Did I pass by or pass through the city when I was coming down from Mistral?
Probably, yeah.
Cool. Well, you see, obviously, Vigo thinks he understands the city perfectly, having gone through it once.
Yeah, I would say probably all of you have seen or been through Cirrus once or twice at least. It's sort of hard to avoid, but Cirrus does have essentially like what are pedestrian highways as well as normal vehicle highways that go through it. So you can actually miss most of the city if your objective is to just go through it.
Do y'all want to get supplies?
Yeah, my
Or do y'all
vote
want
is we visit the town while we're here.
Same. I literally
I got
didn't buy
$5 grand
anything.
burning a hole in my pocket.
Yeah. I don't even know what to spend it on, to be honest with you. I haven't even seen like a sheet for that.
Probably gonna buy more ammo. I mean, Pokeballs.
Or how much I can sell
if
my
we do end
snow
up going
boots
to the
for.
city, would you say that is a milestone in that my Oranberry bush is now mature?
Sure.
Cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's stage 3 of 3.
Yep, up to you. And you will also have to refresh on supplies if you go there. So you need food.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, up to you guys.
Yeah, I think we've
You
decided that we're going to go to the city.
okay? So you do know that Rage Falls has like a little like rest stop area. If you want to just skim by and economize your travels, but Cirrus is right here, just a day is away.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
However, we also need to consider that we could be encountering so many more fun things if we just go left instead and just starve a little bit.
This is true. Cirrus is a little intimidating. Who knows what you'll find?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, for my money, there's enough cool stuff ahead that I want plenty of opportunity to catch it, and I don't want to worry about food, that kind of stuff. So.
Sure. Nick, could you go ahead and bring up the items list, and we'll just have you referenced for money.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get some music here. As you approach Cirrus, at one of the funnest times to approach Cirrus in the kind of the evening when the city is waking up. Yeah, let me grab this here. As you approach Cirrus, the City of Lights, moving forward, you come to a very large bridge. At this point, you're kind of on this main thoroughfare here. This is Route 1 that comes up from Johto, goes all the way up, and through Cirrus all the way up to the coast. And a couple of vehicles pass you by. Some you see like a bus, and then you see a more conventional like dual-seater automobile. Walking forward, you see all kinds of posters, job opportunities, many of which are advertising the new Pokemon League, which has been all over the news, more than nationally, internationally. You have an idea that Animos has been advertising this league world round, because other regions, they have money, and Animos desperately needs them. So moving forward, you are quickly surrounded on all sides by massive buildings. kind of starting a little bit small on the outskirts and quickly growing taller and taller skyscrapers dwarf you as it begins to get a little dizzying and intimidating. When you first came through, you had intended to stick to the main highway and kind of getting off into the urban sectors. It's kind of hard to catch your breath. Entertainers play on the street corners, accompanied by loud-rid literal amps. You see jugglers and fire breathers spewing fire into the air, game corners, trading card centers. You know the massive league building, one of the few landmarks that you were told to watch out for by Professor Evergreen, a very large normal Pokeball in neon glowing over the rest of the mass. Where do you guys want to go first? What is your intention in the city?
Mako's gonna start looking out for like supply shops, places to buy Pokeballs, rations, a fishing rod as well. I want to get all my essentials squared away before I start blowing money on frivolous stuff.
Sure. So I want all of you, if you have a concept, because I'm assuming you're all looking at the item list as well, get together a list of the things you want and post them in the... I'm actually going to make a new text channel just for this, so it's easier.
While you're doing that, so now that my portable grower has a mature plant, can I go ahead and roll for my yield?
Totally.
So with the yield rolls with portable growers, it says the yield rolls above assume a +0. Portable growers are exceptionally fertile natural spots and have a soil quality of +1 instead, which means all plants growing there increase yield rolls by +1.
Nice. So that would mean you'd be rolling a D2 +1. Yep.
Plant type, it says tier 1 berries should be 1d3.
1d3? Let me double check, Orin. Sell your shoes.
Yes. My
Sure.
snow boots that I started with for narrative purposes.
Sure,
Yeah,
we'll say
Apricorns-
Sure, we'll say it's a D3 +1, Christine.
Okay.
Check. Yep, the core book, 1.05.
You could buy a weapon.
I get 3 berries.
You could buy me a weapon.
Very
if you
nice.
want. Yummy.
And now that I've harvested my berries, I wonder if I can't sell them to get some monies.
They don't sell for much, but they will do in a pinch.
Maybe get some food.
I assume nobody wants to buy a dead Rattata.
Probably not.
I don't know, maybe I can sell it to whatever or wherever they make the food for carnivorous Pokemon. Yeah, it's only partially used. Yeah.
Amber would know that they have something like that in Precipity.
Ah, no, I see. So I need to start gathering them for
That's right.
when we inevitably go there.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and assume people are gathering their list. And assuming the only thing you guys are doing here is shopping, we can just resolve that. And we can get back on the road if that's your intention.
There is
we
actually something I would like to
Where's
look
the
into.
list?
It's in
Page
the core book.
272 of the core book. Do we want to take like a 10-minute restroom break while we're all deciding?
That's fine by me.
All right, I'll go ahead and pause the.
Okay.
All right, we are back.
Okay, welcome back. We are going to go ahead and briefly review all of the things that were purchased. Elaine bought 4 Oran berries after selling 3 Oran berries. Are you saying you sold your 4 Oran berries?
4 orange berries for 200 Poké-dollars, and I'm
sold-
buying a waterproof flashlight for caves.
Okay, got it.
And I need to put down that it's 400 Poké-dollars, and Amber helped.
Nice. Okay. And then Vigo is selling his shoes. Don't worry, he has more. And buying some Pokeballs, 4 of them. Amber is going to buy another flashlight, 3 Pokeballs, a sleeping bag for 1,000, a lot of candy bars for 1,000, even more candy bars as we watch 30 candy bars now. She has discovered her ability to consume things for money.
Yeah, yeah, she has.
We pan to Amber and she's just sitting in the corner, covered in brown chocolate, like swollen up to a balloon, just surrounded in wrappers.
She is swimming in the bars.
A trubbish swirls by through the trash. Small tent, 900, nice. A small net, 100. And then moving on to Mako. Mako's buying an old rod for 1,000, a lure for 1,500, small tent, 900, sleeping bag, 1,000. Dropping the big bank, 200. Candy bars for 150, Pokeball for 250. Nice. Okay. So that concludes your shopping trip. Do you guys attempt to find the Cirrus Pokemon Center? Or do you want to just leave or go somewhere else in Cirrus? It's a big city. So I will split it up into 4 main areas for you. There is the shopping district that you were just in. There is the business district. There's the sports district. And there are the slums.
I want to go to the slums.
They'll go to the slums.
Actually, the sports district would probably be.
You
Probably.
said sports, slums. What else?
Sports, slums, business, and shopping.
Got it. Thanks.
Yep. Let me get some chill lives.
By
Just
the way,
letting
how much food do you have right now, Christine?
I only have the 1 candy bar. I wanted to let you know
Okay.
that there's also this thing called a digestion buff.
There is, yeah, it's great.
And when you eat the candy bar, as long as your health points aren't at half, you can actually use the digestion buff to get 5 hit points back.
Glorious.
All right, Christine, have 10 of my candy bars.
Oh, Danko. Amber's sharing.
Just pretend it's not Amber.
Okay, you enter the sporting district. You pass between 2 skyscrapers, round the corner, and all of you in your childish awe stand stock still as you see the Ultra Dome, a massive sports arena with an Ultra Ball on it. This is the sporting arena that the televised battle took place in at the beginning of the campaign.
Guys, we're here. This is it.
It's
This is where it all
really,
started.
really big. It's absolutely enormous. You think they're using some kind of gas or vacuum in order to create this very large canvas top to the Ultra Dome. You think that canvas is also painted in the way of an Ultra Ball. So if you look at it from the top, like on TV, it looks like that. You see all kinds of neon signage pointing the way. Actually, there is a crowd there right now. It looks like a match is about to start.
Oh, well, we gotta watch.
Yeah. How much are the tickets?
It seems like they're sold out, but as you look around, there is a hawker on the street corner who's offering to sell 2 Ultra Ball tickets for 1,000.
Didn't we just all spend our money?
Maybe.
Oh,
That was
You go quick.
calculated.
Sell your other set of shoes.
no, I need these ones.
I'm just kidding. Don't go shoeless.
Besides, that wouldn't even give me a ticket.
As you all slowly turn out your purses and find them essentially barren, does anybody actually have enough money to pay this hawker
No.
for a couple of tickets? Okay.
No.
We have no money.
Tough luck, kids. Better luck next time. As on the big screens, I'm going to go ahead and look at my notes. It seems like the crowd is so big because there's a previous champion of the Indigo Plateau currently in a show match. It is Lance of the Indigo Plateau Elite Four.
Oh,
Fighting a no name, you think? Some kid with a weird hat.
Nice.
But alas, this sporting event is not for you. Unless you want to sneak in. I'm not recommending this, by the way.
no, we have to climb the side of the thing.
Yes, climb up the side of this dome.
We can do
They
it.
can't stop me
guys.
if I'm fast enough.
It's just a sloper hold. That's all it is.
All right. Passing down past the Ultra Dome, you encounter a very large kind of universal Red Cross looking symbol next to a red Pokeball. This is a Poke Center, you think. As you walk up, it is very, very large. So we never really got, at least in the games, we never really got a Poke Center that felt like it matched the scale of some of the settings. This is essentially a massive hospital. It is enormous in breadth. It ventures far off to the left and right of you. You see like an emergency wing with like a special like little area for receiving critical patients. Walking in the front, automatic sliding doors open before you as you see a massive open triple-storied kind of atrium as you walk in through the front door. There is a large front desk with a familiar face sitting behind it. Appears to be a Nurse Joy. Nurse Joys are interesting in this setting. I'll give you guys a little bit of lore without making you check for it. So Nurse Joys are kind of like a medical corps. They're not actually related. They wear wigs and kind of fit into this uniform. And yes, they hire mostly females. There are male Nurse Joys, but you don't see them very often. They're not usually called Nurse Joys, but they're kind of part of this corps, and they're often like doctors or other servicemen, like technicians and that kind of thing.
Dr. Joy.
Yeah, Dr. Joy. You approach this counter. You're quickly apprised that this particular hospital actually treats humans as well, but its primary specialty is Pokemon.
How is healthcare in this world? Am I
Healthcare.
about to be extortionized.
So, as you walk up, the Nurse Joy looks a little concerned. Hey, how can I help you?
A rat bit me in the face.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Do you have an adult nearby, or
No.
We are the
any
adults.
kind of?
We're in the
You are.
league.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you're in the league. Okay. She can obviously tell this is her first time actually dealing with trainers from the league. It's a new thing. Do you have trainer cards?
Yeah. And we all flash them like as a group. Like a quartet.
Yeah. Like, okay, that's very cool. I need one of you to bring it up individually so I can see them. It's too far away.
Our poses are awesome though, right?
I'm gonna step up and like hold the card and then do with the card like the victory pose from Sword and Shield.
Nice, man. Yeah, this is the V. Okay. Mako Brightwater. Sure. Writes it down. Slowly goes through all of your names.
I will like put both Pokeballs on the counter or whatever in front of her and be like, "Can you heal my Pokemon?"
That is what I'm here for. She briefly flips through the notes she just wrote down. It does appear you're all with the league. Sorry for doubting you. It's my first time. I've only been on the job for a couple of months. And I just got word that the league is actually starting. Boy, you guys move fast.
Took us 3 days.
Oh, really? Just 3 days. Where did you come from?
Professor Evergreen and his lab.
Oh, the lab on Route 3 in the
Yeah,
wilderness.
we just blasted right through it. It was easy peasy.
I killed
Right,
a
she-
fear of
There was a rat that bit
she's-
me. I still have it. Do you want to see?
No, that's all right. She's like visibly trying to hide her distress. I knew this was normal in other regions, but well, this will take some getting used to. Anyways, if you'll step right this way, she takes you to a large machine. If you can place your Pokeballs directly on that dais, we'll begin the procedure. This is quite the science. It's really been refined over the years. And free of charge, you guys can heal your Pokemon, at least in Cirrus.
Nice.
She informs you that in Cirrus, this is a league center, so this is not a franchise. This Pokemon Center is actually run by the league, and as such, you are able to use it free of charge. You are informed that certain Pokemon centers throughout the rest of Animos are franchises, and they essentially tax people that use it, including league users. The league users get a discount. But those people, they're not necessarily with the league. They're just physicians, and they need to earn a living somehow. So,
What are taxes?
Nurse Joy looks a little bit depressed as you see her take off her wig for a second before like freaking out and putting it back on. You can see she's like, she's a brunette. The thing that takes away your money so that the government can use it and do all kinds of nice things. All right. Your
Isn't that
Pokemon back
wonderful?
to you. All right. So after a couple of minutes, I won't say it's like instantaneous, but given your Pokemon's wounds, just a couple of minutes sitting on the dais, and you see this kind of panel underneath them light up with a dull green light, and then a monitor pops up, and you can actually see, much like the games, each of your Pokemon with a kind of like little green health bar slowly filling up over the next couple of minutes. As it is given back to you, you're informed that the vitality of your Pokemon and the severity of their wounds will affect the necessary duration that they will need to be healed by. The Pokemon Center also offers other services in Cirrus. There is recreational facilities as well as beds and other amenities like that, where you can hang out here. Essentially,
Recreation, how?
recreation. There's an arcade. There's like a pool table and some other things.
Can I have a Band-Aid?
Oh yeah. So you guys are treated next. So humans are different. A lot of technology has been developed to heal Pokemon, and this is still a super science setting, but humans are still tricky. And your wound is appraised, and you're informed you will need a couple of stitches. So you are a couple minutes later in the waiting room, and a doctor comes to see you. He appears not to be associated with the Joys, but he is a practicing
Sad.
medical physician.
Oh,
Um,
I'm still going to imagine him with a pink wig, though.
Same.
sure.
Like boy pink hair.
He has the little pink cross on his white doctor suit. But he actually informs you he's a Pokemon professor who decided to get into human medical science. His name is Professor Lane. I'll put that in the chat for you real quick. Professor Lane is basically runner-up to Professor Evergreen, and he's a little bit jealous as he treats you guys. He informs you that he was almost chosen to be the league professor, and make sure to apprise all of the trainers' mental well-being and their ability to handle Pokemon. He said he's much more qualified. Trainer mental health, he says, is a much more important thing than anyone cares to admit. He has a very nice bedside manner, kind of a lightly stubbled man, dark hair, lab coat.
Yeah,
he
Elaine just sort of blurts out, being like, "Well, the Evergreens can't have children, so we're like their adopted babies." I don't know if that's going to suit you very well. I think you do better here.
He kind of laughs that off a little bit, and then puzzles to himself. I didn't know they couldn't have children. I'll have to bring that up.
What a menace to society.
Something
a good
about
Pokemon trainer is,
infertility. I don't know what that means.
So,
I
he
found a
brings out.
boulder.
He actually brings out a little companion Flareon, actually. And he instructs you to hold on to the Flareon while he does some checkups and does reflexes, and test your knees, and make sure you're
Oh,
still
my
seeing
word.
okay. The Flareon is extremely comforting. It's as you touch it, it's like just the right amount of warm, and you just sink into it. It's basically a big hot pillow.
Mhm. Yeah, you see, I
Amber
have
is
my
getting
cooling
maximum
backpack
snuggles
and
right now.
my warming pillow. Icy hot over here.
Your
Mako
leg
will
feels
actually.
better.
Mako will ask Professor Lane for advice on helping Psyduck now that they're like Pokemon and trainer.
So yeah, he informs you that Psyducks. A lot of studies have been conducted on Psyducks, and nothing has really been found that is a surefire solution to Psyduck's psychosis. And it is psychosis. Its headaches aren't actually real. It thinks they're real, and it makes them real by its psychic powers. They're very strange creatures, and essentially they believe weird things, and those weird things will magically cure or uncure the headache. As you describe the situation to him, he says, "Yep, that sounds pretty accurate." He was probably thinking that boulder was somehow causing his headache, and when you removed the boulder, it cured his headache, even though there is no logical association.
So I did need to fight the boulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says in a roundabout way, though he wouldn't necessarily recommend playing into its fantasies too often. That can sometimes help with the headaches.
Cool.
You know-
Thanks.
The people who ran my orphan home used to say, "You can't cure stupid."
Professor Lane says, that sounds like a certain Professor Orphan Homes. You're not from Precipity, are you?
No, I
Roll
am.
guile. Roll a guile.
What other cities are there?
I'm from Mistral. That's
There's
a fun one.
Yeah, I'm from Mistral
Sure.
City. I'm from Mistral
Roll.
City.
Roll a check, sure. It will be Guile, I think.
Okay, cool.
Mistral. That would be a city with orphans, but they're basically war orphans.
A 9.
Sure. You definitely get the impression this doctor is pretty insightful. And he says, "Oh, sure, Mistral. I suppose that makes sense. That sounds like a certain professor I know, though." As he checks you over, he informs you that that's a particular phrase of a certain professor where you're from. The current gym leader of Precipity.
Well, it must have gotten around, because I'm definitely not from there.
I mean, they're not too far away. I don't know. There might be sharing phrases. I've never been to Precipity.
Specificity.
That's right. Well, you're all good. Try not to sneeze. He kindly instructs Vico, and it should heal up nicely over the next couple of days. The stitches will dissolve naturally.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Lane, Professor. No, he would call him Mister. He'd be that clueless.
Sure.
Your Flareon is really cool. Where'd you get him?
Well, I had an Eevee as a child. Well, I was gifted an Eevee by my parents. We were relatively well off. I'd always wanted one. A few years later, we were training, and my Eevee seemed to express an interest in evolving. That was the first foray I had into Pokemon psychology. It's a very interesting thing, the psychology of an Eevee. As the Flareon just kind of nuzzles you.
I'll just be petting him all the while. Yeah, I'm probably gonna take over for my sis as the gym leader of Nimbus City. So I'm trying to build up my team, and I probably wanna Vaporeon at some point because they're really nice. And someone told me they're optimal, but I don't know what optimal means.
No, I knew it was going there.
Well, Eevees are quite rare in the wild. They have a relatively low fertility rate, and most often are traded amongst nobility for high amounts of money. You might check Pokemon contests or other places like that if you want an Eevee.
Okay. Do you know where I could get a water stone? Does anyone sell them?
I believe you can buy evolutionary stones, at least most of them, right here in Cirrus.
Cool, thanks.
Though they might be a bit pricey for an amateur league trainer.
Yeah, I'll probably wait a while. It'll be a while till I find an Eevee anyway.
All right. Professor Lane okays all of you, and you leave your therapy Flareon behind. You are all fully healed. Your Pokemon are as well. No more injuries. At this point, it is late at night. You could stay the night here at the Pokemon Center if you wanted, and then head out tomorrow.
Sounds good to me.
Amber would love to sleep in a bed.
Okay.
Same.
Totally. You might check out like the arcades or something along the way. There's some fun games. I would essentially say there's a game kind of like Pokemon Stadium on an arcade machine. You only have the Pokemon from Generation 1, and it's like this old kind of N64 graphics. It's fun enough though. But you think psychic types are really overpowered. There's just nothing to stop it. But yeah, moving on. The next day approaches. You're basically given a simple continental breakfast as courtesy from the Pokemon Center, and encouraged to do well in the league. So this is an area where you could potentially gather information about the coming routes or other areas if you so choose. There's a league center here in this city, as well as this Pokemon Center, which is associated with the league. So if there's a particular area you wanted to know more about, you could do that here.
Would this be a good stopping place?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
kind of thinking the same.
It probably would be. Yeah.
Cool, because I've got to get up in 5 hours.
Oh snap!
Fair
Yeah, it
enough.
feels bad.
All right, man. Well, yeah, we'll call it right there then. So this is day 4 of your Pokemon adventure. Congratulations.
Sweet.
Yay.
Good stuff, y'all.
XP, XP.
XP? Sure.
But-
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give each of you a trainer level.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like a full
because you-
trainer level.
Yep, you just go straight from 1 to 2. I'm gonna be bothering less with XP, at least until we get to the higher level stuff.
Okay, fair enough.
And I'm gonna give each of you 3 Pokemon levels to distribute as you choose.
Yes. I feel like, given that I have not used Pudge at all, I'm just going to leave them at level 5 for now.
Okay. Keep in mind you're currently kind of capped at 10 for effective levels, the exception being your starter. You can pump your starter up higher if you want.
Okay. Are we messing with MVP for the purposes of like extra XP or anything?
Haven't yet, but if that's something everybody wants, I'll think about it for next session.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording here then.
Okay. Thanks for listening.
Bye,
Recording.
reporting.